Store.
We're live.
We're live. Hello. Oh, and here's a Brewster.
The Brewster boy.
Yes.
There's also a Gizmo and Binks,
Mm-hmm.
but they are hiding in my room.
Yes.
Because Binks is afraid of doggies.
And
Gizmo likes to make
Gizmo
friends.
is feeling a
He's
little
social,
territorial.
but, you know, he's a grumpy old man.
He's the man of the house, and I went and brought another man to the house.
And a younger man.
A younger man.
So
all kinds of threats are being
all
had.
kinds of threats.
That being said, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
We have
wine.
Cheers. And this is Stephanie's. Let me do the Instagram thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is Stephanie's Hallmark movie watching wine glass.
And this is my Christmas wine mug with Gizmo and Binks and me with a Christmas tree. Because I only have one wine glass. One Christmas. I mean, I don't have one wine glass. I have many, but I have one
only
Christmas.
one Christmas wine glass. And in case you didn't know, we have like a theme going on.
Because, you know,
Here, it's Christmas.
it's kind of Christmas here.
We got sweaters.
We got sweaters. I got all kinds of things happening.
Got some
Yeah.
nice.
He's got his Christmas PJs on.
He's got PJs. And we're drinking some Ledson wine. This is the Sonoma Coast Grove Vineyard Voignier.
We're not
experts.
We're not going to pretend that we know what we're saying, but there we go. Can you see it?
Listen.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So pronounce it as you will.
I think it's up at your leisure, your discretion.
That's right.
We make words. Yeah, so we went on a road trip for Stephanie's birthday.
Sure did.
Several months ago.
Yes.
And our first stop was Ledson Winery and
Mhm.
Vineyards. And this was one of the wines we tasted, and it was very, very good. And we've never heard of this type of wine before. We call it the V, because we don't know how to pronounce it. We've never heard of the V.
No.
So I got it for Christmas so that we could share it with each other and with you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yes. Cheers to our friends on the internet. What else was I going to say about this? Oh, yes. It's very nice. It's
Very
lighter.
nice.
It's kind of like a Pinot Grigio.
Similar, yeah.
It's fruity, but like not very.
It's not very bitter.
No, it's not very bitter. It's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I would put it between like a Pinot Grigio and like a Chardonnay.
Yes.
If you want to like rank things.
Yeah.
We should make like a chart.
Okay.
A chart of like wine where we put, you know what I mean. Anyway, so so that was our journey.
That was our journey.
And
part of our journey.
Stop one on our journey.
Stop one. We have many stops.
In celebration of us being together for the first Christmas ever.
Yes, because now for those who don't know, who are just living outside of the map here,
out of our personal universe, which is
Kristin,
sad. It's sad for you.
So welcome and Merry Christmas. Kristen lives in LA and she's been living there for like what, 5 years?
6 years.
A whiles.
Too many years.
6 years.
It's been
6 years. Too many years. 6 too many. And I'm still up here in the Bay. So, you know, our encounters are few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
But have been getting closer and closer as the years go on. I feel
like
we've been
really
pulling it together for our friendship.
Yeah.
Cheers to us.
Cheers to us. Cheers.
Cheers to us. So we haven't really had a Christmas together. Like when you're up here, obviously like you have to do family stuff, and I have family stuff, and I had like show stuff.
Yeah, it's like cramming all of your family activities into like
one
a day between work.
Yeah.
On both ends.
So I was lucky to get like a lunch or something.
We would like have lunch and like exchange gifts and then never see each other again. So this year I'm actually staying with Stephanie.
Yes, I'm hosting.
She's hosting and she's a wonderful hostess.
Thanks.
10 stars.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I'm not just saying that because she's my best friend.
But you would.
I would.
But you would.
I would, but let me explain. This woman has pulled out all the stops for me.
What?
She has like her whole bathroom is like a spa. You know what she said to me? She's like, "Feel free to go shopping." Like, take what you want.
I have a lot
take,
of,
but use what you
what
want.
you could take.
Just, whatever.
I'll
towels,
share. I have a
we
preschool
have
teacher. I
blankets.
share.
And I'm like, I brought stuff because we had this discussion on our road trip.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. I don't want to impose.
You want to prepare
I know
yourself.
that I won't, but like, just in case she's like, I only have one towel for me, then I'm like, great, I brought a towel. But she's
There's
ready.
several.
She's ready for anything.
Several sizes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She did.
I don't know why that detail was important.
She let me in towel this morning.
Because she needed a face
Needed a
towel.
face
And
towel.
that's a different size.
It
So,
is.
And guess what? I had it.
And I was excited. I was glad.
I know.
Grateful. Okay, we're getting off
Anyway,
track.
so but
The point is, we're
she's
together.
here and we're spending Christmas Eve until you leave.
To be determined.
To
at
be
this
determined.
point, because the work that I was supposed to be like not rushing back to, but going back to, is now canceled due to COVID. And there's also a potential storm coming that's going to interfere with some travel plans. So we're just like, we'll wait it out.
Let's wait it out.
Let's see
It's
how
fine.
it looks. We'll wake up that morning and make up our mind.
We lived together for like a week in the summer
We did.
on our road
We
trip.
had no problem.
Bringing it back to the road
Bring
trip.
it back.
We
Circle
spent
it back.
how many days? Like 5 days
It was like
together?
5 days.
In the car and in Airbnb
24/7 with
24/7
this woman.
with this one.
No
And we
problems.
did great.
I don't think we had a single issue.
Not a single hiccup. And you know what? When there was one, we
we have a
embraced
hiccup?
it. No, I don't know. But I feel like if
I
there
feel like
was,
if there
we
was one,
enjoyed
it would have been like, of course we did. But like, well,
Well, yeah. I think we literally had that moment on the trip where we're like, you know what? Something really bad could happen right now. We'd be like, you know what? This is meant to be right now.
honestly, that trip
We
was
were,
wonderful.
we were having a great time on that trip.
Nothing could have
10
upset
out of
us.
10. We were
I
living
feel
our best
like
life.
I feel like we said something. We're like, oh yes, on our trip, we're like, someone could spit in my food, and I'd be like, this is a great trip. Like, nothing could have possibly.
Like, we wouldn't have eaten it.
I wouldn't have eaten it,
But it wouldn't have ruined the
wouldn't have
trip.
ruined our. Like, we would have just moved on.
We would have been like, oh, next restaurant.
We'd be like, oh well, this isn't where we're meant
What
to
a
be.
characteristic waiter.
We're like, well, they're clearly in a bad mood. We should just carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Literally, it would have taken an
Yeah.
apocalypse to like ruin our mood on that trip.
That's right.
We set out for fun, and boy, did we have
We
it.
sure did. And you know what? You did so great because she planned like a good 98% of that trip, and it was phenomenal. I recommend Kristin Kelleher as your next travel agent.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
if you need plans, elaborate plans made, I like to plan things. I'm not really good at follow through, but I'll plan for other people.
Yeah.
I was
You're
gonna open this
opening the map
for
that
a
I
reason.
can now read
Oh, okay.
and navigate from.
I was gonna show you. You can't really see that. Our
Really
journey. Our journey that we took. That's not helpful. Our
Where is
map,
it?
because I.
Oh,
it's
it
right there.
is. I
It's
see
just-
it.
It's just little on the screen.
I remember it bigger in the car.
It's because you were like.
I was right there.
She was.
nothing.
She read the map.
I did.
Which
I
not
learned
so
how to
hard to
navigate.
read.
Not anymore.
By the way,
Not
if you've
anymore.
never done it.
I understand so much now.
But anyway, so I planned out this journey. We got a real map. We did still have to use, Apple Maps and like GPS because specific addresses are not on a statewide roadmap, as you can imagine.
For sure.
So, anyway, long story, super long. We're scrapbooking said journey today
into these
into
your
scrapbook.
scrapbooks.
Now, another fun fact about me being really bad at follow through.
But we're working it out. See,
we're working
we don't
it out.
let hiccups stop us. We continue on our
We
path.
adapt and
So why are they so blank and boring, you ask?
what a
Thank
scrapbook.
you. Thank you for
Really?
asking. So with Kristin and I's friendship, we go back like 17 years.
Yeah.
Back to middle school, and when we went to high school, and we started like all of a sudden having like different classes.
Ew.
And we were like,
You mean we don't
like
get
we're
to
not in the
spend-
same math class. We don't get to complain about the same teacher anymore.
We don't get to hang out
what?
all the time?
So naturally, we gave each other our locker codes,
Obviously.
and then we got these composition books. Now this is the second one because we have
We have two.
We have
It's
two.
just two.
This is just two.
This one's taking
We
a while.
took a couple. We crossed this one out and put another title. So technically, this is 2 and 3. But the first book, which I think is at my mom's house, because it's done, because we made it in high school, and so we called it The Book. And now, for those of you wondering, no, it's not a burn book. We weren't talking smack about people.
I mean, maybe sometimes.
I mean, only if they upset us.
It was usually in the moment of like, you won't believe what so-and-so did today.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. And then it was like, praising our wonderful teachers we had. Because we had some really cool teachers.
We had wonderful teachers.
And then we had like maybe like, I want to say just like 1 or 2 that we were very much like unimpressed with.
Yeah.
And so we did talk about them.
But
we were also talking about
our lives.
Yeah, and we were also just chatting about things that were happening in our personal life at home and stuff like that, just to keep each other on top of each other, even though we would see each other at lunch and stuff.
Like sending letters to your friend, but like, you could physically hand them.
Yeah, so we like wrote like, entries here, and then we would date them and then put them, like I'd put it in her locker, and then she would like read it in like first period, and then respond, and during the break she put it in my locker and I'd find it. Anyway, so we did a whole thing and we filled the whole book up all throughout high school, and then when we went to DVC, we're like, we should continue it because
we have less classes.
We have even less classes because I was very much on the track of I'm just going to do general ed right now, and she was like, but I still like theater. I'm going to do some theater.
All theater.
And so she did all theater, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, then the first day she's like, hey, I made some theater friends. Come on over, and then there we are. But
the rest of the
exactly. So, but then we made this book, so we called it the book College Edition.
Yeah.
And so because we were becoming somewhat adults and we were getting jobs and relationships and stuff like that, so we had less time for each other, like even more so, because we would spend hours together after school in high school, but we didn't have that in college. So we would write these and we would actually mail them to each other.
Physically mail
them. Like we would get boxes and mail them to each other's houses.
Yeah.
And which really could
just like, here's your Christmas present and the book. And then here's your birthday present
and the book.
And that's like the only time that we like got it because we were busy.
Right. And then she was like, oh, I'm moving to LA. And then after my heart attack, I was like, okay, you can move. However,
I have accepted this. Come to terms.
Yeah. But then we came up with the idea of using the book from college because she was continuing college.
Yeah,
and I had just finished DVC, and I was like up in the air of whether or not I was going to go to grad school or whatever. I don't know. So we decided to continue it. So we would mail it to each other. So long story long, these scrapbooks are going to become the scrapbook.
Get it?
Do you get it?
Do you get it?
If you don't, this channel's not for you.
You can tune out.
So, her favorite color is orange.
Yes.
My favorite color is purple.
Yes.
So I have a purple composition book that I'm going to rip the cover off of. But I'm also not going to waste the paper.
Because it's good paper.
Because it's good paper, and I'm particular about paper. And I'm going to keep this, and I can use this at preschool.
You should.
So there we are. And so I'm going to paste this on here and then call it the scrapbook, and then she's going to put her orange composition book on hers when she goes back home.
Listen, friends, I bought the same scrapbook as her, and I ordered an orange one because they're hard to find these days because apparently it's not back to school season.
So apparently no one's writing.
No one needs a composition notebook these days. So I ordered them, and they came in the mail like the other day. And hello, viewer, we have a viewer.
Oh, hello.
They came in the mail the other day and got delivered to the wrong address. And of course, my neighbors opened the package and then gave it back and were like, sorry, we didn't read labels. And because we've had so many packages coming, we have like a mountain of like open boxes and packages. And I was just like, oh, it's another one of those. And then I packed up all my stuff and got in the car and drove 6 hours. And then I was like, I don't have my scrapbook. Like the number one thing I need. So I went to the store and I got this like makeshift one. It's similar.
It's similar.
It's a binder.
It's similar but different, which is so us.
So us.
Because we are so similar yet so different.
My only thing is it has less pages, so I'm a little worried about like
that
for now. But when I go home, like I'll have the pages that I can like put into the other one.
Yeah.
But I don't have my composition notebook to put on the cover. But we're doing the same thing but different because we're best friends.
It'll be fine.
So
we're not letting that stop us.
No, we adapt and overcome
and thrive.
Oh, yay!
Okay.
So anyway, we have a thick stack.
Listen, if I could print out videos,
because some of these are videos.
Because like, man, we took so many fun videos on our road trip.
It was a hoot and a holler.
So if you didn't see it, we highlighted it. Follow us on Instagram. Oh yeah, Kristin and Stephanie Carson.
How many E's? You'll find it. Follow me at Oh Yeah Kristin.
We could link our.
We'll link it in the comments.
We'll be like one of those link in the bio.
Link in bio. That's a thing.
You'll find it. You know what? You're probably already following us because if you're following us now, you're following us on Instagram. So we're okay. We're okay.
You're great. Thank you for being here.
We appreciate it.
We have 70 million pictures of our journey through California that we're going to be scrapbooking, and then we have 5 million stickers.
Oh my gosh, we have so many stickers. Winery stickers because we went to a winery. We have road trip stickers because we were kind of on a road trip.
We did.
We have lighthouse because we took a detour at a lighthouse.
We found one.
You know, surprise, California has lighthouses. And then
they're just right there.
30th birthdays because I turned 30.
It's your 30th birthday.
Sure did.
Include your,
I did include my birthday party.
Okay, great. Because I love those pictures.
I do too. Those were really fun pictures.
Wonderful. All right. So
and if you just tuned in, hello, Merry Christmas. We are drinking wine from Ledson Winery, our first stop on our road trip journey that we are reminiscing through tonight.
Yes. Influencer. You know, with a hand. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't.
It's just for effect. I don't know.
It's just for effect. It's just to look like.
It's just what I do, literally. Like I'll just do this, and I think I did something right. I don't know. Anyway,
it makes me feel good.
So okay.
So we have maps.
We also have maps.
We have parking pyramid.
We have a whole floor full of scrapbooking things
we have
that you can't see. But
yeah, it's all over the floor. Don't worry.
We have craft scissors. We have tape. We have scrapbook stickers. We have postcards. We have maps.
Okay, so since our lovely viewer can't see what we're doing, what should we discuss when we figure this out?
Let's see. What should we discuss? Should we discuss?
Well, it's the holidays.
It is the holidays.
So let's focus on that for a minute. What I had a question and I just immediately lost it. What are you always most excited about for the holidays? Like, what's your favorite part of the season?
My favorite part of the season, I think, is literally wearing my Christmas sweaters. That's
my
favorite.
Let's talk about that because it's been an ongoing.
It is an ongoing thing. I have
like a tradition.
I have 25 days of Christmas sweaters, except for I kind of cheat because like
you just wear sweaters.
I wear sweaters, but also they're not all sweaters. Like some of them are pajamas.
Okay, but I count that because I wear sweaters.
And I count that. But then I also, because I use pajamas, because sometimes every year I find a new Christmas sweater. And so, like, eventually I'm going to have a full 25 Christmas sweaters and maybe more.
Do you want any of this or this?
Is that the same map?
Yeah, it's just broken down by stocks, and this one is just going to be continuous. So it's up to you how you want to, you know what?
I
think I know.
What do you know? What do you know? What do you say?
I don't know. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, since yours is longer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can
you can put the long one there, and then I'll take the short one.
And then this is the other stops. It's like, point A to point B.
Perfect. Okay. So, we're at the first stop, Ledson Winery.
Woo!
What a journey that was.
Oh my gosh, it was such a journey.
For those of you who have never been to Ledson, this is the Ledson Winery.
It's a freaking castle. It
It's
looks
a
like a castle, and the people are so nice. It's so beautiful, and like
And it was really nice too because there wasn't
There
like
wasn't a lot of
there
people.
wasn't a lot of people. Like I've been to a few wineries now through like during this past year with COVID and everything, and like things are opening up, so there's like more people. But when we went in
It was
August,
very small.
there was like no one there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like a couple people inside like doing the tasting, but then once you go like outside where all the trees and the benches are, I felt like we were in Paris.
I felt like
honestly.
we
bought a baguette.
We bought a baguette and some cheese, and we had a little picnic
With our wine.
Wonderful. They
It
have
was
all
really
the stuff
nice.
at their gift shop, so it's like they really
really
set you
beautiful.
up for a wonderful time.
Yeah.
But what did I like the most about Let's In? Our sommelier Mark was a peach. Oh no!
Love Mark. He was so great. He took our first. He took our
first official picture.
He took our first official picture, but let's like pause for a second and talk about our first official selfie that we took on the trip.
Oh no, his friends.
What?
They're like overlapping. Like if I cut it, it's gonna be part of the other one.
What if you?
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Let me think on that.
Okay.
Continue your story.
Well, so our first selfie was a nod to Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Yes.
Because that's our favorite movie
that we base our friendship off
of. And I bought scarves and I bought sunglasses.
Oh, I have the sunglasses.
You brought the sunglasses? Oh my god. Of course you did.
There's a dog on me, so I can't get them right now.
No, but here's the photo of us as Romeo and Michelle. For those of you who haven't seen that movie,
go do that.
Finish watching us and then go watch that movie.
Okay, I was gonna say leave now and watch it now.
Right.
And then come back and tell us what you thought.
Or all
stay
day. Just do everything.
You can multitask.
I mean, because everybody watches two things at once nowadays.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was our first official selfie. But then Mark took a great picture of us.
Oh my gosh, it was the perfect Romeo and Michelle picture. Again, if you haven't seen it, then you're missing out. Here we go.
It's the same picture.
But that's
that's who we are.
That's what's happening.
So yeah, and he was great. We asked him, we're like, can you please take our picture? And he goes, I've been waiting to take your picture.
Like I've been waiting all day.
And
we're like, Mark,
what a guy.
Our Yelp review or Google reviews for Let's In was only about Mark.
It was clearly just about Mark. Because, first of all, Mark was great because not only did he give us the wine that was on our list, obviously, because like that's his job.
Yeah, but he also listened to our conversation and then gave us other wines that he thought we would like.
Like on the house.
Not part of the package.
No, and because he did that, we actually bought it because this was not on the tasting menu.
And he was like, "Oh, you'll probably like this," and we're like, "We do."
And then we bought it.
And we bought it. So I'm gonna try to peel this off because I wanted this in the.
Okay. I'm doing craft scissors now.
Okay. I'm so glad we have an abundance of Let's In labels now.
Oh, I know, right?
Anyone in the comments who knows how to safely remove a wine label from the bottle?
Yeah, that would be swell.
Hey, Jerry!
Jerry!
Hi! Oh yeah, drink along!
Aww.
He's never seen Romeo and Michelle. Well, that's a party foul.
Oh, Jerry Trip.
How did you make it this far?
Oh my gosh.
In Stephanie's
life. It seems like we have a movie night ahead of us, Topes. I call Jerry Topes.
I forgot.
But
it's okay, you can drink whatever you have.
Drink whatever. We're gonna be drinking cocoa later.
Yeah, we have another fun fact is I ordered this V wine, this Boy for this episode for Christmas with Stephanie, and they sent me the wrong one. They sent me a Pinot Noir, which is great and all, but I'm not really a big fan of reds, and neither is Stephanie. And so I emailed them and I was like, "Hey, you sent me the wrong wine," and they were like, "Oh well, we'll send you a new one right away. Are you going to be home?" And I was like, "I leave for Christmas soon," and it showed up literally the day before I left. I was like, "Oh, thank God." So now we have like so much wine.
So much wine.
And then Stephanie had a Christmas party and I brought wine. And so we
So
have
much wine.
an abundance of wine.
There's
So
a lot of
tonight
wine.
we're probably gonna do like a little wine tasting.
Yes.
Because oh my god, that looks so cute with the scissors.
You think so? Okay.
Okay, I was going to do
This is what I've got so far in my scrapbooking. I didn't put any stickers on yet. But should I keep the post-its that say where we're going?
So in my original plan was
Okay.
so originally
Oh yeah, talk about the scrapbook. Why we're doing 2.
why we're doing 2 is because originally I was like I planned this whole road trip for Stephanie and it was going to be wonderful, and then I was going to make a scrapbook of our adventures to give her for Christmas. Like that was going to be my Christmas present to her, and she was trying to guess like what I was talking about the whole time, and I was like, you're not going to guess, like stop. And then or I'm like, or you are going to guess and you're going to be upset, or you're not going to guess and then you'll be upset.
I'm gonna be honest. Anthony kind of gave it away.
What do you mean Anthony gave it away?
When on our final stop at your house.
No, because you figured it out in Santa Barbara.
Did I figure it out?
Yeah, because we went to the mission, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is so fun! Like, I want to make a scrapbook about it."
Oh,
and then
that's
we
right.
both paused, and she was like, "That's what it was," and I was like, "Yeah." But now we can have 2, and now it's not like we have to worry about one person not getting the.
Yeah, now we get to enjoy it together.
Yeah, Rooster, what are you doing? My puppy's walking around.
Oh, the rooster.
Looking for food.
Foods.
Does this look okay? Oh, but my original plan was I was gonna have the maps and that, and it was gonna be like a whole thing of like how many miles we went and like all that stuff. So I like that. That's really cute. Maybe I'll put. Oh no, I know what I'm gonna do.
So Ledson was fabulous. Well, also side note on the road trip, Kristin made like a fabulous playlist.
Oh yeah, I made a throwback playlist of all of our favorite music from like the 90s and early.
Yeah, like in high school and so, like
our theme
all
songs.
So and it was like a 6-hour like playlist or something.
Yeah,
it's very long, but we like played every minute of it because Kristin drove from LA to Pleasant Hill to pick me up, and then drove up to Ledson, which was in. Is it Sonoma?
No, it was in.
I have the map right in front of me.
It was in like Kenwood, but it's like right next to Santa Rosa.
Right next to Santa Rosa, and then we stayed there, and then she drove us down the coast. Oh, that's beautiful. And then we hit Monterey, Santa Barbara, and then like LA area, and then she drove me back up to Pleasant Hill to bring me back home because I live here. And then drove back home because she drove a lot. So that's pretty amazing. So yeah, we were having fun, listening to all of the fun songs and being silly and having like Doritos and Oreos on the road trip.
I also don't know what I want to do.
I know we have a lot of pictures.
We have a lot going on.
We have a lot going on.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of copy you, but not in like a copying.
No, you're totally fine. So what else about Ledson? So besides Mark, you know what? I really
what we found out about it is that they grow so much wine.
They
there.
do,
And
because
like,
each bottle has a different theme.
Yeah, each one is like a
it's on
different
that
thing. I stole it.
You stole it.
But I didn't know that vineyards do that. I thought it was like, oh, this is like a Chardonnay place or this is a whatever. But they have like 5 or 6 different wines that they grow like right there, which is weird because they all like the different wines need different things in order to grow. So that was interesting for me to witness and learn. I have these little corner stickers if you want them.
Oh,
yeah.
So cute. I loved the views
gosh.
there. Like it was so open and like beautiful and like.
Oh yeah, it was very peaceful.
Yeah.
And wonderful.
10
out of 10.
10 out of 10. And then we stayed there. Not at the Ledson, but we stayed.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Oh my god. It's like a beautiful castle. But we stayed at a lovely hotel.
The Sandman.
The Sandman.
Which is quite a hidden gem.
It's such a hidden gem. I don't think people give the Sandman enough credit.
Not even that guy who works there.
Not even the guy that works there.
He was so
because
sad.
the check-in guy was a little sad.
Yeah.
But you know what? We weren't gonna let that stop us from having a good time.
Never.
So where is the picture? Do we have a picture of
I know we
the
do.
Sandman?
I know we do because we took that picture
We took a picture
in front of the sign.
I have many pictures in front of me. But I know we've had a picture of this in front of the Sandman. Oh, there it is. Well, this isn't the hotel, but this is the Sandman. And the Sandman Hotel was really cool. It had
this. Here's the weird game.
Here's the weird game. So this was there was a game.
Sorry, I'm getting
do the hand thing. That helps. Although it wasn't a game though.
Oh, it's like a wine holder.
Tyler said it was like a laptop thing.
Oh, I thought it was. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Because
it has holes so your laptop can breathe. Right?
I don't know.
Then like a mouse
pad. It was very confusing.
So we didn't really know what it was. I thought it was a game at first, and then I think we found out that it was for your laptop. But it was very nice. There was a pool, and again, not a lot of people were there, so like we didn't really have to worry about like people around us.
Yeah. And
then they had a fire pit there, and then what was it? It was the French game.
Oh, Boule.
Boule. They had Boule there, and like Kristin and I took French for 8 years, and then we quit because it got really hard. But
we quit because
it was
they
hard.
Combined 3 classes.
They did. That was during budget
so
cuts.
We weren't able to keep up with
the
advanced
Yeah,
people.
there was like 5 levels of French at our school,
we were in
French 3, and then we were learning French 5.
Yeah,
so it was too hard.
5, and we're like, how are we supposed to?
We couldn't keep up. So
but
unfortunately,
Monsieur Rudy was
we
the
love
best.
Monsieur Rudy.
I love him
Monsieur
so
Rudy.
much.
Zoodalois. So we were very excited to see that they had Boule there, and then the fire pits were really cool. And then we remember that son and father.
Oh, they gave us a s'more because their fire pit wasn't working.
Because their fire pit there's 2 fire pits, and like we went to the first one and it wasn't working, so we went to the other one and that was working. And then this father and son came over and they went to the one that wasn't working, and they had like the s'mores kit that apparently the Sandman
just gives out.
We didn't know. We were not. The sad man did not give us the information because I think he was a little sad for himself. But the father and son knew all about it, and they came over and they're like, "Hi, sorry to bother you. Can we use your fire pit for our marshmallows?" We're like, "Of course." And they're like, "Yeah." And we're like, "Oh my gosh, s'mores! We should have thought about that." And then that's when they told us that the hotel gives it to us. And we're like, "Oh man, we should have like known about this." And at that point, I think it was like too late to order them.
Yeah,
so it was like 8 o'clock, and we're like, we're not even gonna bother the sad man at the check-in and bother him. But then the father and son, after they roasted their marshmallows, they went back on their merry way to the other fire pit that wasn't working. And then the son came over and he was like, "Here, you can have one. We're not gonna use this one."
He made us a s'more.
He made us a s'more and gave it to us, which was really nice. It was super cute. I hope they had the best father-son trip in the world.
Oh, I know.
And then we had ourselves a lovely time at the fire pit.
Is this yours? Are there multiple of these?
I don't know. Take what you want.
Okay, I just want the memories.
I just want the memories.
I'm just here for the memories.
So Sandman was really awesome. Really nice beds too. Like,
oh my god, it was so comfortable.
It was really comfortable. I want to say those were probably the most comfortable beds on the trip.
Well, our other stops were Airbnbs.
They were Airbnbs, so they were like,
some of them were like makeshift beds and stuff.
Yeah, but they were all very nice. The Sandman was really great. And it was kind of like in its own little thing, so it wasn't on any main streets or anything.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't busy. I liked that. And then the next day we checked out because we were going to go on our way to our next stop. But then when was that the night that we had dinner and found the classic deck, and we're like, we're going to come back in the morning.
We came back to the classic deck.
So when we checked into the Sandman, we went to dinner because we needed food, and then there was like this really nice, kind of like
It was
like a downtown area where there's
Yeah.
like little mom and pop shops and stuff. So it was really cute. And we found this store called the Classic Duck, which we were like, we have to go there, but it was closed. So we're like, well, we're just gonna have to come back in the morning before we go to our second destination.
Oh my god, this is all one sticker.
Oh, well, you can cut it.
That's wild. Yeah. So
Oh,
classic
that
duck.
must be. These must be one sticker.
Yeah,
Look
these are
at
all
friends.
Oh my god, check this out.
This whole strip.
This whole page.
This whole strip is one sticker. Why do you need to say road trip 6 times?
Who did this?
Who makes these? I don't know. Here, you can cut it.
Oh, can I have one of these?
Yeah.
Wait, did I get 2 of these?
You could have whatever you want. The world's your oyster.
I'm gonna take this one.
Great. So yeah. So then we went to the Classic Duck the next day, and there was a bunch of little bee stuff.
Yeah, it was like a really cute, like home goods kind of store. Like they had like kitchen stuff. They had like little knickknacks, and it was all very like home style, like country kind of feel. So they had like a whole like bee themed like kitchen accessories and what have you. Very cute. I feel like I need one more sticker on this page. It's very cute. So we went back the next day. Oh, we have a picture.
Ooh.
The classic duck.
Classic Duck.
It was very cute.
I just love that it's called the Classic Duck.
Oh, and there, look, we took a business card.
Oh yes, business card.
He's wearing a little bow tie. Very cute. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Oh, this is cute. I'll do this one. I'm just stealing all of these. I hope that you don't want these.
Okay, what else should we talk about? Anything else?
I'm still starting our journey.
I'm starting our journey too. I'm still at the winery. I'm still at the winery.
I did it backwards, best friend. I did Ludson and then I did before Ludson.
That's okay.
This is my journey.
It's all right. We know our order.
We know what happened.
We know we were there.
They can't stop us. This one I am also going to cut though. What scissors do you have?
I have these ones.
Okay, can I run
Do you
that
want
for
this
you?
one? Here, you can have this
Oh, I
one.
think we're just done.
No, I can do this one for the sides.
Oh, okay.
I'll be artistic.
Okay. I just was like
I'm
mixing it up.
crafty.
Mixing it up.
I'll try to be. Oh, you know who's crafty, friends? Kristen.
What?
She is knitting.
Oh no, I'm
She-
crocheting.
Or no, crocheting. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
She
They're very
crochets.
similar.
She crochets all these little hats and stuff.
I'm trying something. I'm trying to have hobbies.
Yeah.
So
She's doing so good.
I wanted to make this hat for my boyfriend for Christmas, and because I'm very new, I didn't realize that yarn weight and hook size are things that matter, and so I just kind of made it up as I went along, and it was very large. It's not for a person, so so that's where I left that. So much fun. Okay. I'm just gonna
Gather. It's very. You know what? I understand.
Here.
I understand those makeup gurus now on YouTube where they're like, I don't know if you watch them, but I've been watching all the different makeup gurus.
Yeah.
And they're like at their little station, and they have like a beautiful backdrop, and it's just them, and they look just fabulous, and they're living their best life. But then they have a video of like a tour of their studio, and it's like utter makeup hoarder chaos, and their like vanity has like makeup everywhere and sponges and brushes and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand that life now, because
You kind of have to.
if you can't see it because you just see us being festive, but if you look below,
Oh my god,
it
it's
is scrapbook
just a mess all over the place.
chaos.
There's stickers and paper,
It's a mess, but we're having a great time.
pictures cut up,
But
and a dog.
yeah, and a dog. I'm surprised Gizmo's not clawing at the door.
Okay, I don't want you to walk on tape because you're not gonna like it.
Oh, that would be sticky.
Boop, boop, boop. What else?
What else?
Are we looking forward to with holidays?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite part of the holidays?
Nothing.
What?
No, just because it becomes so stressful.
Well, it is
over the
stressful.
past
As
couple
an
years.
adult, you're not
Like,
able to
just,
enjoy
like,
it as much.
The traveling and like
Well, you especially.
spending
Yeah.
so much money and everything, it's just like exhausting. But I do enjoy. What I like is spending time with people. Like, even though I don't really talk to my family that much, I do like spending time with them. Like, it's a very nostalgic feeling of like.
We've been very nostalgic
We have
this
been
year.
very nostalgic, but I like the whole. I know you were talking about this last night with your family about like certain traditional things
Yeah.
where it's like my parents are divorced, and also Christmas Day is my dad's birthday, so I always spend Christmas morning with my mom. We have breakfast and we watch the 24-hour Christmas Story marathon. So we just like turn it on whenever we wake up, and we wait for everyone to like be ready for presents and breakfast. What are you eating?
Pause for pets.
He's eating a picture.
Utter chaos.
Excuse me, sir.
Let's go.
Excuse me, sir.
It's still in his mouth.
I know.
Oh. We thought this would happen. We're not surprised.
I was like, oh, he's been pretty good. But now it's his moment.
Up until now.
He's just like, I'm waiting for you not to look at
Yeah.
me.
So while she pauses for pets, oh, she got it.
He was like,
He just
Leave me
needed
alone.
to be away from the
he
camera.
just doesn't want us to,
No.
he doesn't want people to witness.
Okay, so you keep talking about nostalgia. I need
Oh,
to get
yeah. So
a
I
winery
go
glass.
over for
Can I fill
breakfast
this
with my mom, and we watch the 24-hour Christmas Story. Like, we just turn it on wherever it is when it starts. Then we'll like do presents and breakfast, and then when we get back to that spot, I'm like, okay, I've seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then I go to my dad's because it's his birthday, and then my sister and I do presents with him. And we usually like hang out and watch a movie. We used to go to the movies on Christmas, but like, who goes out anymore? Not just because of COVID, but just like in general. And especially on Christmas, like I feel bad for those poor employees that are like working
Yeah,
on
I don't
Christmas.
know
And I'm
if
just like, I'm gonna watch Spider-Man, and they're just
Yeah.
like, I'd like to be home with my family. And I'm like,
Right.
"Yeah."
It's like, oh, sorry.
So we don't do that anymore. But we'll watch a movie and like have dinner and just like hang out. And my dad's just like, oh, we don't even make a big deal on my birthday. And I'm like, but we should. I don't know.
I feel like I'm making music over here.
You are. Also, our music
Trying to
stopped.
get.
It's Hannah.
Oh my
We have a
god.
whole festive.
Wait a minute, I have a whole festive
Channel.
thing. I am still watching. Thanks for confirming. My TV just said thanks for confirming. It's never told me that before.
Oh, that's nice.
So you know what? Let's talk about nostalgia because
Yeah, let's.
that's kind of what we're doing. And I feel like, you know, I'm 30 and you're gonna be 30. It's coming.
It's coming. You know, the closer it gets, like I wasn't feeling nervous about it, but the closer it gets, the more I'm just like, oh, it's happening.
I'll tell you, it's the buildup. That's what it is. It's the buildup
it's the
because
anticipation.
once you're 30, like it still kind of sucks, but like it's not as terrifying because it's like it's already here.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for it to like happen. It's like it's there.
I know, because everyone's like, oh, you're gonna be 30. How do you feel? And I'm just like, I really, honestly, am tired of talking about it.
Yeah. However, I'm almost there.
Got it. I know it's kind of
But
difficult.
I know I gotta be
to get
slow
out
and steady, man. Slow and steady. But I think like not only because we're getting older, but I feel like
the world's ending.
the world's ending all the time because of, you know, with COVID and everything. I feel like the past few years, I don't know about everybody else in the world, but I feel like we've been trying to really figure out like what we're doing or what we're trying to do and what we want to do. I mean, that's in general anyway without COVID, but like, you know, COVID really makes you aware of how short life is.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And like, you know, the people that you want in your life, you want to keep in your life.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so, you know, I think like we were getting better at like communicating more, like, because, you know, we don't live together or near each other, so it's hard to keep up, you know, phone calls or text messages or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when COVID happened, I feel like, obviously, like, no one was going anywhere, so we were trying to, like, we had time, finally, in our lives, and I think that was like, oh, wait a minute, this kind of is nice. Like, we have time to, like, reach out
to people that we care about.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we're not connecting in person, but, like, we're reaching out more than we would.
This is the most that we've ever talked.
Yeah.
Outside of, like, being in school 24/7 with each other.
Exactly. It is.
I've talked to everyone in my family more than I ever have.
Yeah.
Maybe with an exception of my dad. Like, nothing really changed there. But my mom would, like, call and check in.
Yeah.
More regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I have more, like, positive conversations with her.
Right.
My sister and I talk a lot more now. For a number of reasons, but, like, COVID being one of them. My uncles, like, I hung out with a couple times that, like, we've lived not too far from each other. I moved down there and then found out he lived down there too.
Mm-hmm.
And we reconnected, and I was like, oh, how great. Like, I finally have, like, a family member to hang out with down here. And that's been really nice.
Yeah.
Reconnected with, like, other people that I haven't talked to in a long time.
Yeah, it's nice. And then, like, obviously, once the world, I mean, COVID is still here and it's going to be here for a while, but, like, once things started opening up and people were going back to work, I think, like, then we're like, no, we have a little bit broader idea of what's important, and it's not all about work.
It's not work. I'll tell you that much.
And I think that's where a lot of our nostalgia is coming from, is, like, not only did we have time to really sit with ourselves and our connections with people, and, like, purge through, our bedrooms that had high school stuff, because during COVID, like, what are you going to do? We're going to clean, right? Like, we're going to clean through all of our stuff because we have nothing else to do. I grabbed a couple of them, I think. Oh, I grabbed some of those ones, yeah. I'll grab some of these. But, I think that's what really sparked the nostalgia, is, like, having time with yourself. And, like, because we turned 30, and, like, during COVID, it was supposed to be our high school reunion, and that got canceled. It was never really happening because no one was planning it. But
no one
was planning it. No,
I'm still upset.
Yeah, it's a sore subject.
I mean, hello, Romeo and Chelsea's reunion.
That's our movie. Never got to live it.
Oh my god, this is so squishy. I love it.
So. Yeah, and then because COVID made us not able to be in person with people, we just, as humans, we long for that now, right? Like, when something's taken away from you, you want it more, right? So, like, when you can't be with people in person, you want to be with them more in person. So I think that sparked, like, us wanting to, like, connect more, not just to each other, but to, like, other friends and family. And now we're just emotional about everything. Oh my god. I cry at freaking Hallmark movies.
I mean,
like,
that's pretty standard.
It's pretty standard. But, like, I never thought that would be me. Honestly.
Yeah.
In high school.
Oh, what would have been great? Freaking hot tub pictures.
Oh, with the camera, the disposable camera. Kristin had a fancy disposable camera that was waterproof.
And you know what? They don't want you to develop them anymore.
Yeah, we don't have those photos because you have to be special and get those developed. Like a month in advance. So they're not ready, but they'll be here. Not going to stop our good time.
No, we just have to plan
ahead. But we've got a waterproof camera because we were kayaking and we didn't want to bring our phones in the water. But we were in the hot tub at the Sandman, and that could have been a great opportunity to take a selfie. Wait a minute, we did.
No, we did.
That's on the camera.
Yeah, that's on the camera.
That literally just sparked in my brain that we did that. So that's there.
I was like, I feel like we had more pictures from the Sandman. Mm-hmm. It's because they're all those photos. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna go there. This one is for.
Did I get all the winery pictures? Am I done with the winery now? Have I moved on to the Sandman? I think I'm moving on to the Sandman. Okay. Great.
Oh, we have. Let me look at some of these.
What are those? Oh yeah. We also had a Polaroid camera. Polaroid?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we had them printed out, and our first one was a gem.
Oh, and our other one also a gem. What happened? We don't know.
We don't know. But then we got like a few of them. What is this one? We brought our yearbooks. That was also why we got nostalgic, because we brought our yearbooks on the trip and looked at all of our entries from high school, and boy, did we have a lot of people that had a lot to say.
Oh my god!
Like pages, you know, like
People
I feel like
novels.
I
And I'm
feel
like,
I don't know about kids these days, but back in our day,
you wrote novels.
like you wrote novels because you wanted to prove that you were the most important friend. Like the longer your entry
you
was,
wanted to
that's
be like I am your best
like
friend.
if you had like a paragraph, you were like okay friends. If you had half a page, you were like pretty close. If you had like a page, you were trying to be best friend. But like,
if you had two
full pages, like there's no competing.
No, you didn't compete with that.
No. So like I feel like that's all your books were for, was to compete with how close people with like who
your
they,
real friends are.
And no one really came close to us.
No,
they tried.
We would like we would get our yearbooks and then be like, I'm taking these pages. No one else signed there.
Especially senior year, like we had a lot to say, but we didn't know what to say right away, so we tagged our pages.
Reserve it, and no one could like write on that page.
And we had a few friends that like were assholes and thought it was funny to be like, no, I'm on Kristen's page. You know, then
we don't talk to them anymore.
We don't talk to them anymore. No. We don't really, but it's not for that reason.
No, honestly, we went back through our yearbooks, and there were some people who wrote like really nice things, paragraphs, half pages, like whatever to me. Really nice, and I'm like, I honestly don't remember who you are. Like, I feel so bad, but I also have like short-term memory. I mean, this was like 10 years ago. Yeah. But still, I was like,
we even looked them up in the yearbook for their photo, and we're like, we still don't remember who they are.
I don't remember like when did we hang out? I have no idea. Apparently, I meant so much to this person, and I'm just like, I feel so bad. And
you know what? You actually don't know how. Okay, PSA. You don't know. I'm gonna get deep real quick.
Get deep.
You don't know how important you are to somebody because they're not gonna tell you.
No.
Especially in high school, because I'll tell you this. During this trip.
Oh yeah.
We actually met up with an old friend from high school.
Oh yeah.
Right, and it was amazing. We had dinner with her, and she said that
she almost said like we saved her life. Almost.
Yeah, like she said.
Like, I had no
like we had no idea. She was
I knew that like you were like a cool person, like we got along with. I didn't know that like I was having such an impact on whether or not you like graduated high school.
Right, like she was like, you guys were such an inspiration, and like because she was following us on Instagram, so she saw that we were driving in her area, and she was like, if you're around, like let's get dinner because I haven't seen you in like a good 8-10 years.
You guys all the time.
Think about you guys all the time. Like you guys
were like,
are
of
awesome.
course we're gonna take a detour to see you.
So we totally took a detour and we saw her, and it was
wonderful.
Awesome. And like 10 years later, you know, like she's telling us like how much of it, if like she graduated, like she wouldn't have been able to graduate if, you know, we weren't there supporting her. And like, yeah, we lost touch after the 10 years, but like it's still there. Like our friendship is still there.
It was like nothing had changed. I like, because you told me like, oh, she wants to like get together, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't talked to or heard about her since
so long. Yeah.
And then we went, and it was like back in our classroom, just
it was like no time had passed. She was like, you guys look exactly the same, and we're like, well, that's debatable. But
it was a good time.
It's a good time. And so like the point of my little PSA is like you don't know who you're going to touch the life of. Mm-hmm. So, you know, don't think that you're doing something for nothing, because someone appreciates it and someone is inspired by it. So that's what I have to say about that.
You know what I want to do? All that I need to do.
What?
It's just, I need to just like
flip it.
Put the
Oh wait, what?
Put the holes on this side.
No, yeah, and flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you need to do. That's really bothering you.
It is really bothering me because I had a plan. Guys, okay, I'll show you what I
Alright,
have so
show
far.
you, yeah.
Okay, I had a plan.
You're doing
So
so good.
originally I was making, in my head, I was gonna do the scrapbook, right? And it was just gonna be the one for Stephanie. And I had this whole plan where I was gonna do like day one, like with the map, and then like, this is where we are going. This is the Ledson logo, and then the sign that says you're almost at Ledson. And then, do you know what I did, friends? The next page
You're doing so
is
good.
us starting our trip. This is in Pleasant Hill. This is not at the winery. And then the next page is the continuation of the winery. I messed up. I put it on the wrong side of the page because I got excited and I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, so I just need to flip it. I just need to like
You just need to flip it.
flip it.
It's all good.
But now we're back on track. Everything's fine.
back on
We're having a
track.
wonderful time.
Back on track.
I feel like I'm gonna cut this.
Okay. You do it.
Thanks, Felicity. Oh, I'm gonna cut it like this way so it's like fire.
Yeah. So, what else can we talk about while we're doing scrapbooking?
Okay, anyone listening, Jerry left, but
Surprise, surprise.
leave it to
No.
Jerry.
Leave it to Jerry. I'm just
Um,
kidding. Thank you so much, Jerry. We love you.
No, honestly, number one follower.
Number one follower so far.
Yeah, only follower. Love it. What are things that our dear potential viewers are excited or not excited about for the holidays? Okay, we talked about like what do you look forward to the most?
Right?
What do you want to avoid every year? Like, what's the thing where you're like, oh, I
You know
hope this
what?
doesn't happen.
I'm sorry, this might be cliche, but what I really, 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 really hate is like the fact that parking and shopping is like insane.
Oh,
and, like,
I know.
People are so angry all the time. And like they're especially angry because we've had 2 years of COVID and people are just over it. And I get it.
Whatever.
But like, you know, be angry, but like, you know, also be kind.
Be a nice person.
Be a nice person. It doesn't cost anything to be kind.
It really doesn't.
You know, people are just so ready to like snap at people in public and record arguments and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, everybody just relax for a moment. Like, we're all here in this world. We're all living in this world.
We're all trying our best. Just like, calm
You know,
down.
everybody calm down. Easier said than done, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, that's probably the worst thing. Like, shopping.
Oh my god! First of all, on a good day,
On
in
a
the
good
middle
day,
of the
like
year,
in the middle, yeah.
I
Like,
hate shopping.
I don't-
hate everything about it.
yeah, I'm like,
And then it's like, God
It's so
forbid, the
hot.
one present you want to get for someone is only available like in a store that's in a mall. I'm like, I might as well just die. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not. You know
like
what?
since I quit retail, I rarely go to the mall.
Oh my god, malls are. I don't even know where a mall near me is. And
I
I'm happy
wouldn't recommend it.
that way.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Actually, I do know where a mall is, but I never go there because I can get whatever I want.
I
Like,
don't
there's
know,
only
it's
one
a
store
different sweat.
I would go to. I know, I'm trying to figure that out too. There's only one store that I would go into a mall for, and that's Lush, but you can get all their stuff online. So
Lush. I've heard of Lush.
I love Lush. Not sponsored, BT Dubs. I would put up our sign, but my hands are full. Lush is great. It's like handmade, cruelty-free cosmetics, like bath stuff. They have shampoo, they have makeup, they have face wash, they have everything.
I've never actually tried their products,
Oh, they're wonderful.
but I've heard of them.
They make bath bombs, which are the bomb, and do it in there. Okay, so pause while I figure out what stickers to use.
Okay. I also love Christmas songs.
Oh my god, me too.
I know we're talking about what we don't like.
No, but okay, so I like the nostalgia of it, like having those traditions of like, oh, we always watch the Christmas story on Christmas Eve or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be watching that tonight. Like, I watch it when I go to sleep.
My mom,
like, always.
my mom usually bakes a bunch of cookies and then does like cookie baskets for everyone.
Oh,
And this is the first year that she wasn't really able to make all the cookies because work is so crazy with COVID and everything. So she was sad. She's like, oh, I normally take like a week off just to bake, and I can't get that time off this year. And so I made some cookies and then mailed them to her because I know that, well, first of all, okay, so talking about nostalgia, like traditions are becoming very important to me. And I'm like, that's tradition. Like my mom has to have cookies for everybody.
Tradition.
And she's sad because she can't keep up her tradition. So I sent her the cookies and she was like, oh, that's so sweet because that takes like half the load off. I only did like half of them. But she's like, now I only have to do like these 2 things instead of like 5 things, which is great. I was like, hey, you're welcome. Oh, cork.
Yes. Multiple. It's one whole thing.
Okay.
What's your plan?
Well, I wanted to put it on the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a plan somewhere. We'll come back.
What if it's on the cover?
Oh, it could be on the cover.
Like once we put the composition book cover?
It could be like a composition, like a piece from each
yeah,
thing.
and we'll have multiple corks because I have one up there from this wine glass bottle. Is this empty? No.
Okay, this is coming along swimmingly.
This is coming along. We're doing swell. So this is what we have so far. This is our progress.
Show them your progress because I showed them mine.
This is my progress. This is the first start of our trip and the map to show us where we're going for our first destination. And then oh, you know what we need to include? Hold on. This is also my progress. And so now I think I'm moving on from the Sandman and going to the classic deck. No, I'm still doing the room. I have to do the room. I have to do the room and the classic deck.
Oh, do we have a picture of the freaking light?
Oh my god!
Do you remember the light?
Yes, we do. I printed it. Hold on, we gotta look for it.
Where is it?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, this was
out of order for a second because I think it was one that you sent me, so it's like after
the fact.
So what I was gonna say was we also, so Kristin and I have our own language sometimes because as best friends do.
Yeah.
And we say a lot of funny things. At least we think is funny.
We're hilarious. BB does.
Yeah. So there are some quotes that we said throughout the trip.
We need to write them in.
And we need to write them in. So I think we just do the pictures and stuff, and then go back and look at the quotes, and then write in quotes where we need to see.
Oh, see there. Oh, that actually is more pink. A flower.
You know what? It'll do. It'll do.
Okay.
I got flowers from
the night
at Medieval Times.
Where was this?
Santa Barbara.
I was like, I do not remember that.
Yeah, no, I got flowers from the night at Medieval Times because that's where Kristin took me for my birthday.
Because we started at a castle and ended at a castle. I planned that.
So good.
Hire me for your planning needs.
Yeah, she's so good.
I won't follow through.
But the flowers I got died. So Kristin bought new ones. So we put So we wanted to document everything. Oh my god, I can't find the picture of us with the light either. I thought I printed it. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well let me find it.
There was this light because
guys,
I don't know if you know this about me, but paranormal activity
show them that one because it
tends to follow me. I make friends with a lot of ghosts.
Yeah, and we are not anti-ghost.
No, I love a good ghost. But right here, there's a light bulb. There's a light right there.
There's a
not
light
a light
right
bulb,
there.
but a light fixture.
It's like a hanging lamp, and it is the worst. But okay, I have a video.
Okay.
Of it flickering, and then Stephanie hitting her head on it because it's so short. Like we're not tall.
It was really short. We're not tall humans either.
No.
So,
this is.
I'm saying.
Come on. Do the thing. This is the picture. You can't see it because there's a dog on my lap. This is as close as I can get. But it's it was at head height for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a small lady.
Small lady.
So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I had something I was gonna put on this page. Well, this was gonna be the hot tub.
Oh, hot tub. Oh, I should make room for a hot tub. I should make room for a hot tub.
Fire pit and hot tub. So
okay, so I'm gonna leave this page for fire pit and hot tub. No, hot tub.
But I just want to add something else.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that page. And then I'm gonna put this for the room.
Do you have more of these? Do we have more
I don't.
Polaroids?
These are all the Polaroids I had in the bag. But I thought we took more.
I thought we took more.
But those are all the ones that I had in the bag.
Because we had one in Santa Barbara, we took an extra.
We did.
Huh.
Oh wait, this one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I was like, I know we took one.
Yeah.
Oh, what was this?
That was our Airbnb.
Oh, was that in Monterey?
Yeah, because that was the one where there was 2 rooms.
There's 2 rooms.
You know what I like about wineries?
You know what? I'm gonna keep this one.
Okay. I like
Sorry.
I don't know what we're laughing at.
I need to
anymore.
move this one then.
Okay.
It's my room.
But what
is funny.
What I like about wineries is even though like I'm not a huge wine drinker. Like I don't like have a glass of wine at dinner. Like I'll have, you know, drinks with like a friend or whatever, like on a vacation or something. But what I like about wineries is it's just so like it feels so peaceful.
Yeah.
Like the views and you're just like on these beautiful hills, with, you know, all the greenery and it's just very pretty.
It is very pretty. It was so nice.
It was beautiful weather our whole trip.
Oh my god.
I mean, Monterey was a little cold and cloudy,
But
we weren't gonna let that stop us.
No. We know what we came for.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, it was a good time. Also, note to anyone who wants to scrapbook: if you have pets, there's gonna be hair in your tape.
it's gonna be hair in your tape. I have a few Brewster hairs in my tape.
Just be prepared for a hairy scrapbook. That's just where we're at in the world. That's where we're at. I like how on the back of this it says, "Don't put in mouth."
Well, because you know what? Someone did that once, and that's why that's there.
Don't put Polaroids in your mouth. Also, you don't have to shake them. They're gonna develop on their own.
But will they though?
But will they? TBD, friends. TBD. This is a picture of you taking a picture on this bed. See, it's like a journey.
I like how you're doing it. You're putting a lot of thought into it. I'm kind of slapping things together over here. I'm being sloppy.
Okay, you're doing great. Do you want any of these? This is for. Oh, I have 2 bags. Okay. Do you have best friends? Let's see what's up. Pause for thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Hello Vacay because it's like our first like stay.
Okay.
Like Hello Vacation, we're here. That's it. That's what. Oh, it's connected. Okay, that was a surprise.
This might be really good.
Oh yeah.
And look at the baby stickers.
Oh, baby stickers. Baby stickers.
Happy summer. Oh, it was summer.
It was summer. My birthday is in summer. What is this? Oh my god, I thought this was a picture of a dog. It's a horse.
Oh my god, that's our horse.
That's our horse. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Mine? Currently I really like The Man with the Bag by K-Star. That one's really fun.
Am I taking this one?
I
I don't remember what you took.
I took that one because that was the Sandman.
Okay, I'll take this one.
That's one of the downsides of Polaroids is you only get 1 copy.
Yeah. Next time.
Next time we'll figure that one out.
Okay, I'm also gonna put hot tub pictures here. Right, we have the hot tub picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your favorite Christmas or holiday song?
Well, I think nostalgia-wise,
Nostalgia-wise, I really like Silver Bells.
I like Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Classic.
I like, oh my god. Honestly, I like all the, like, I'm such a 90s kid. I like all the Britney Spears and NSYNC and, like, 98 Degrees, like, Christmas, like, albums. Like, those are like, my go-tos to get in the Jolly Holly spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at the Classic Duck. Are you at the Classic Duck?
No, I will be in a minute.
Okay.
I'm just adding stickers.
The Classic Duck was so classic.
Oh, what a guy.
What a store.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that and then I'll circle back. I'll circle back.
All right.
I'm not circling back.
Did we have the same checkout guy at the Sandman?
No.
Because
we had that lady and she came and took our picture.
And she was very nice. And she was not so sad about it.
No, she was excited to work there. She was very welcoming.
Yeah. She would have told us about s'mores.
Yeah. Oh, baby, it's cold outside.
Okay, so there's controversy.
Let me explain my opinions. Put in the comments your thoughts and feelings on
judging.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I'll tell you, I've gotten in trouble for judging.
Okay.
And
well,
I'm not judging.
We've talked about this.
So there you are.
You have a judgy
I have a judgy
aura.
Persona. It's just my persona. It's not who I am.
Do you want this?
Oh.
What else do we have from there? Oh, we have two. Great.
Oh, we're
solved that problem.
Okay.
Look at us. Oh, it's because we bought stuff.
We sure did. I don't remember
yeah.
what I bought there.
Go to the Classic Duck.
Classic Duck.
I bought a lavender CBD oil for like headaches.
Now I remember what I got.
Works wonder. It's in your bathroom.
It's in my bathroom. I have like a little. What is it called? It's like potpourri
like
in
a little
pillow
hanging,
with like lavender. It's
yeah.
like a potpourri like in a bag that you like hang, and
yeah.
it's just like I don't know if it does anything, but it's purple and it's beautiful, and I bought it.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Europe.
And the theme of her bathroom is Paris. Because
the
theme of her life is Paris.
For those of you who don't know. Hey, look, we're on the same picture.
Oh my gosh. Do you have regular scissors?
I do.
Cute.
Here you are. Get that water in there, Rooster.
Yeah, my dog is hydrating. He had quite a day, let me tell you.
He's been having a journey.
I'm just going to cut this into a circle because I feel like that's dynamic. Okay, so controversy about Baby It's Cold Outside.
Okay, let's hear it.
People are upset because it sounds rapey.
Correct.
Like he's...
That's the controversy I've heard. I don't...
Like he's trying to like drug her to stay, and then she's saying no. But if you listen to it, she's flirting with him. She is literally finding excuses not to leave. And also, back in the day, it was a lot more scandalous to like stay over at someone's house unless you were like sleeping with them. So that's like the innuendo of the song, is that it's scandalous for her to stay, but she wants to stay. If you listen, she's literally finding excuses. Like she says, like, oh, maybe I'll just have one more drink, or maybe I'll just have a cigarette, or whatever. And I know, like, the comment, like, one of the lines is, "What's in this drink?" But it's literally, it's alcohol. It's probably just like a spiked cider or like something, you know, whatever. Like it doesn't have to be like she's getting roofied. Like who did that in the freaking 50s?
Well, that goes in tune with what I was saying earlier. Like people are so quick to get angry about stuff.
Yeah, and it's like that song's been around forever. And if you listen to like, if it was really that bad, all the people who have covered that song wouldn't have covered it.
Right, Rooster.
Buddy. But anyway, so that's my opinion, because I like that song. I think it's really cute.
I do like that song.
Fun. But people are all like, oh my god, it's super rapey. And I'm like, I'm the first person to cancel things for even like the hint of being, you know, sexist or whatever.
Right.
Like, I will shut it down.
Shut it down.
But I like that song. So put in the comments if you disagree with me. Like, I would love to hear your argument. Because
and
honestly, I'm not like a lyricist analysis or anything.
But also,
that's
it's
just
like
my opinion.
a song is art, and art is subjective. So like people can interpret it however they want.
And honestly, like the meanings and stuff could change over time.
Yeah.
So just tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Christmas. Okay, so put in the comments your thoughts and feelings on Baby's Cold Light, and also what are your favorite and or least favorite Christmas songs or traditions?
Yes.
I love audience participation.
Who left like an hour ago?
It's fine. At least we had someone.
Very true. It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas. People are busy. We understand. You can watch this later
When you're missing Christmas.
Or you know what? If you're hiding in the bathroom to avoid your family tomorrow, I got a great show for you to watch. It's Kristin and Stephanie scrapbooking. Scrapbooking for Christmas.
That's right.
It's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful life. Oh, how do you feel about It's a Wonderful Life?
You know what? Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
I've never seen A Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life.
You know what?
Can I tell you why?
Okay.
I don't really know anything about it.
Okay.
And like, here's the thing. I love old movies.
Yeah.
Like, I love like Singing in the Rain and
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm blanking on all of them.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Bye Bye Birdie. There's one in particular, Some Like It Hot, like all those movies. You know, all the Audrey Hepburn movies, like all that stuff.
Audrey Hepburn.
But like, for some reason, this specific movie just seems way too like dated for me to get into for Christmas. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I should give it a shot, give it a whirl.
My boyfriend doesn't like it because he feels like it's basically Christmas Carol.
Right, because like he's grumpy and then he like is like woke at the end, right?
I mean, in a sense, it kind of follows like the same like format, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons that I've seen it like a handful of times. Like I don't watch it every year. Like I don't think that I don't like it enough to make it be like, oh, I have to see this or I'm not going to argue. Like you have to watch this because like I don't care that much about it. It is a classic, so like it's one of those things where like if you've never seen it, like it's probably worth like one watch just so you've seen it.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons that I appreciate it is because I know that one of the like more difficult scenes, or not difficult, but one of the more difficult monologues and scenes they did in one take. And I think I don't remember if they did it on the first try or like the second try, but it was like really impressive at the time to get something that long at once. But it was just like, that's how good Jimmy Stewart was. Mm-hmm. And so that was like a whole thing. And so I do appreciate it for that. And I don't think I've watched it since I've heard that. So I haven't been able to fully appreciate that one scene. But it is one of those things that's like, once you've seen it, you've seen it. Like, you know it. So it's fine.
Right.
And again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
What am I going to put on the duck?
Well, I put squad.
Okay, so here's the stickers I've used. It's recording it. I put BFFs because it's Romeo and Michelle.
Yes.
And I did the sunglasses. And then over here, I did Forever Together.
I love that.
We're best friends.
You're so good.
Didn't know.
You're so good.
And then I have that. I have luggage because this is our first hotel. And then I don't know why I put that because I needed something there.
Right.
And now I don't know what to put on the duck. Oh my God, what is that?
The sun. There might be a sticker of a duck. You don't know.
There might be a duck sticker.
There might be a duck
We
sticker.
do live in California. Ducks are not unheard of.
Correct.
But in the meanwhile, we'll just put this sign. This song is from White Christmas, which is one of my favorite movies. Oh, is that too close? Does this look weird? Should I put this here?
No.
It's like I want it in the middle, but it's like too big.
I understand.
Fun. Sorry. There's a sticker that says fun, and I was like, we did have fun.
We did have fun. It's like they knew.
They knew. We knew we had fun.
Okay, I have.
Okay, so what are the comments for our friends who are not watching? Favorite traditions, least favorite traditions, favorite songs, least favorite songs, Christmas movies. Oh, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah. Oh wait, for me?
Yeah, I don't think we did that. We started talking about It's a Wonderful Life.
Right, that's right. Yeah. So there's so many Christmas movies. Traditionally, Christmas is not complete until I've watched A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't say that's my favorite movie though, like Christmas movies. It's just like what I have to watch on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah.
But
Traditions are important.
yeah. But I really love, oh my gosh, I was a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen follower when I
Yes,
was
me
little.
too.
And they had the best little movies.
Oh my god, they really did.
Like all of their little like when they were little tweeny boppers and they had like their little sleepover like movies. But when they were really little, like Full House status, they had a Halloween movie.
Oh, was that double
toilet trouble?
Because there's two of them.
And I have that on DVD. I sure do. And then they had To Grandmother's House We Go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't think I've seen that one.
Oh,
I must have.
I have it on DVD. And it's glorious. And I love it so much. So that's like the biggest nostalgia movie for me, I think. Because it just reminds me of my childhood. I almost said Romeo and Michelle, but it's Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
We left Santa Rosa.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring out.
And we went to Half Moon Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Was the lighthouse before Half Moon Bay or after Half Moon Bay? Do you remember? You know what? I'm gonna watch our stories. Pause while I do research.
Okay. So while she's looking at that, I'll give you a little explanation on our road trip. So after we left the Sandman and the classic deck,
Oh my god, this is so much fun.
we went down the coast of California. So we weren't like doing like a clean shot. We wanted to do like the full like road trip experience. So we went down the coast, which is beautiful, especially in the summer.
Highly
like
recommend.
if you're gonna do it during the summer. Don't do it like in winter. That would be terrifying.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That'd be terrifying because
Oh my
you're
god,
like on
please
cliffs
don't.
and
You're
it's
like literally gonna fall off into the water.
it's very
if you are
very
not paying
dangerous.
attention.
So you gotta be really paying attention. Be safe when you're driving. Because also you lose navigation, which is how I figured out how to read maps. And I'm very proud of
Okay,
myself.
so
now.
we crossed the Golden Gate Bridge, and we went to Half Moon Bay. Yeah, there's proof. And then we found the lighthouse.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Confirmed.
we need to go to the Half Moon Bay
first.
And
So
that
that's
was
this lunch.
that was lunch, right?
Yeah.
And that was with the drinks too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna pull up the lighthouse because that's after that, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, this drink, right?
Yeah.
And then,
This is Santa Barbara.
oh, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are those the three pictures we're pulling out right now?
I'm just making sure that nothing else is missing because I don't remember. There might be a beach view shot because we were sitting at the water.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. It helps that I remember what we were wearing on these days.
That's true. We had specific outfits.
We
planned.
coordinated.
We sure did. Like, oh, what was your favorite like outfit you wore on the trip?
I'm gonna say. Hang on, right there. I think that my favorite was this Half Moon Bay, or was this Monterey?
You know, I don't know because we were around
It's
so
like
much
in
water.
between kayaks. Oh god. No, we could probably just put it in
It's okay.
Pretend.
We're just gonna.
My favorite outfit. Okay, I think that my favorite outfit was the Hawaiian shirt. I wore my This is the song. This is the one I was telling you about. This one.
Yes. What is that there? The lighthouse one?
No, you asked
Oh,
what
no, your outfit. Oh, the Hawaiian shirt. Yes.
Yeah, that one was really fun. It felt
Yes.
very summery.
Yes.
Well, do you know where my pen, my one
Right here.
Oh. Best friends, 17
That's
years.
right.
Woo! Woo!
Going strong. You know what? We are going strong.
We really are.
I'm proud of our friendship.
Okay, so this is one where it's white and dry, and you have to like let the ink come get it. So
Okay.
just like prepare yourself for.
All right. For disappointment, no.
Prepare yourself for a lot of effort.
You know what? This song gives me Gilmore Girls vibes.
I love it so much. They dedicate this song to me at work because it's on our playlist, and one of my coworkers told me that Stephen Sondheim died, and then tried to make it up to me by playing the song for every single show for the rest of the day. And I was like, this is basically just putting tape over my broken heart, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And then they still dedicate it to me. And then I told you in Marco Polo that one of them did like an interpretive dance to this song. And I was like, thanks, guys.
Okay, let's talk about Marco Polo because
Okay.
Oh my
Marco
gosh.
Polo.
In this
Not
trip,
sponsored.
not sponsored, but in this trip is when we discovered
Marco Polo.
which our friend Tyler
He's not
recommended
here
to us.
because
He's
he
not
sucks.
here. No, he
He
doesn't.
doesn't suck, but I'm just
We
upset
love him, but
because I miss him and I haven't seen him.
I
forever.
know. We could Marco Polo him. But
We did Marco Polo.
no, we did. He told us to get Marco Polo, and like
It's a wonderful gift.
But it doesn't come without hesitation because I'm not one to just like download apps. Like I got precious data. I don't want to just like download random apps for like one thing.
Right.
But he explained
God.
it further to us, and so we downloaded it. Well, Kristin downloaded it because she likes to take one for the team.
I'm like, I'll find out.
And so she found out, and she's like, it's fine. And I go, okay, great. So then I downloaded it. Because I don't take things like Kristin does it too. So
honestly, remember in high school when, or like anytime when people would friend request us, we would like see if the other person knew them to be like,
yes, I still do that.
Be like, should we?
Yeah.
be friends with this person?
I still do that. But it turned out to be a wonderful thing. And if you don't know what Marco Polo is, and you're struggling to connect with your friends, it's actually a really nice app because it's like you're leaving video messages for them, and like you can listen to them later and you can replay them later. I love it. It's really fun, and like literally I only use it for Kristin and Tyler, but
Same.
but it's worth it. If I had more friends that were on it, I'd use it for them too. But they're not.
No one doesn't like the duck.
Oh my god! We should do that
So
too.
you have to like
Yeah, I
really
know.
get
Wait.
the ink down.
Yeah, I had like a Sharpie for my Wi-Fi thing up there.
Yeah.
I have like a white Sharpie pen that does the same thing. And like I have to go through the ink.
Sometimes you just gotta
wait.
work it out.
Just gotta wait.
In case anyone was wondering, there's a dog asleep on my leg, and now my leg is asleep. So that's how my night's going.
But like that's what was nice about this trip too is we discovered Marco Polo.
Yes, and I use it like almost daily. I'm pretty bad at it. It's coming. It's just really bad.
No, it is. It's coming. You're
Pretty
bad
bad
at what?
at watching the Marco Polos. Like
You're good at watching them.
I'm
You
pretty
know
good
who's bad
at
at them?
Tyler. And that's his real name. You can look up.
He told us to get it,
And then he like
watch it.
disappeared, and we're like, we've given him so much shit about it.
He knows. He knows.
We're like, Tyler, you told us about this, and then you just like left.
Yeah, the more I punch it, the more it comes out. But we're thankful for Tyler because without it, we wouldn't have known about it.
Yeah, no, it's really great.
Did you do hashtag?
Yeah, I did hashtag no one does it like the duck. Because that's what we said.
So she has an orange Sharpie and I have a purple Sharpie.
Yeah, because obviously we explained that earlier.
Obviously. Okay, so I have this picture, and this picture. No, lighthouse is after.
Lighthouse is after.
Okay, so we're just doing these two on. Okay. Trying to
So I think what I'm gonna do for the lighthouse. Oh, you know what? We took a bunch of videos of the lighthouse. We don't have like full pictures. I think.
But we have little lighthouses.
We have little lighthouses, and we have the Golden Gate stickers.
Yes.
You know what? I think I have a picture of the lighthouse. Traffic is terrific, though there's no place like holiday. Oh, I do. Oh, no, that's a video. Whiny. I thought I took a better picture. Maybe it's on the freaking thing. Okay. I was like, where are these scissors? Literally.
Okay, so let's talk about Half Moon Bay.
Okay, Half Moon Bay.
So Half Moon Bay
Stephanie has never been until I took her.
Yeah, and it was literally just like a casual stop on our way.
We literally stopped to get lunch on our way to Monterey, and that was like
because our direct goal was to go to Monterey. Yeah, but we stopped at Half Moon Bay because I've never been, and she's been there often.
Because my mom is obsessed with it.
Yeah, and
not to crap on Half Moon Bay, but honestly, there's not much to do there. It's up here.
Yeah, we were struggling to find a place to eat, I think, because there was so much parking issues.
And then there was, because it's very small, and there was an accident, so it was pretty much
we were at a stop for a second.
We were stuck in traffic, just trying to get from one restaurant to the next restaurant.
We just wanted food.
We were like, it's fine, we just want to eat.
And the whole trip, we were just determined to eat at places that had views.
Yeah, because as long as we can see the water.
Yeah, we really wanted to be by the water, the whole trip, which I think we conquered.
We didn't really. Oh, we did in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara? Yeah. We didn't really go onto the beach and have a beach moment.
No, we didn't have a beach picnic. We walked on the beach in Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
it was very hot.
That was the warmest. It was hot.
It was hot.
The sand was hot. But see, if you did that in Half Moon Bay or Monterey, it would have been really cool.
It would have been great. And we did walk on the beach on Monterey because we were kayaking. More on that later.
That's a story.
Sure is. But Half Moon Bay, we were struggling to find a place to eat. But we finally found a place to eat. And we had a nice view of the water. So that was really nice. They had a bathroom, which was great because, as we get older, we need to use the bathroom a lot more.
That's true.
Any time that there's a rest stop, we took it.
We did. We
found a lot. We found a lot.
My leg is asleep because my dog fell asleep on it.
I know.
And he's just dead now. He's
dead.
And
side note, on this road trip, I have to say, I don't know if this also happened to you during the road trip or if we even talk about it, but on the road trip, it's you realize how, we're in California, so it's big and there's a lot in California, but you really don't realize how big it is.
No.
Until you're driving through the whole coast and in all these different open areas of water, open areas of land, and you're just you know what we realized? Just forget about all this stupid stuff in life for
oh my god, really?
Do you know what I mean? You're just you're just off the map for a minute, and
we
you're
were
just
very
enjoying.
in the moment. It was it was really nice. I've been needing to get out of
we
my head and stuff.
Coming up after this little Half Moon Bay, we were on the coast, and then we just found a lighthouse that we're let's go see it, and we just pulled over to the side and toured a lighthouse. And turns out that there's like a hotel there that you can stay
You
at.
can stay at.
You can
They
stay
have
at the
like
lighthouse.
rooms and stuff. Like
And they made them like little sea animals.
yeah, they have like the seal room, the dolphin room, like
So
stuff.
cute.
I posted a picture of videos of us at that lighthouse, and I don't even remember if we tagged the location or anything. But one of my friends that I went to college with immediately commented. She's like, "Oh my god, I would go on a field trip there when I was a kid," and I was like, "Oh my god, that sounds like an amazing time."
Right?
I'm super jealous because me as an old woman going to tour a lighthouse sounds like a wonderful time.
Yes, all of them.
I'm old, girl.
Okay, well,
Listen, I know I'm not 30 yet, but I was talking to my cousin today, and she's gonna be 32 next year.
oh, okay. How is she feeling?
I asked her
Oh, did you?
because everyone's like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be 30," and they're like, "That's right." So everyone's like the four. I don't want to say the main cousins, but it's like the four cousins that are the closest in age on my mom's side. 3 of us are gonna be 30 and older, and then my sister's the youngest, and she's gonna be catching up in the next like year or two. So we were all there. My 2 cousins are 30 and 31. I'm turning 30. So I was like, "How do you feel?" And she's like, "Well, I have heartburn all the time," and I'm like, "I have that." And
Check.
she's like, "Everything hurts," and I was like, "Yep."
Check.
And then my other cousin, who just turned 30, was like, "One day you're gonna wake up and then you're gonna feel like 10% less health. Like you have like 100% health, and then you turn 30 and suddenly you have like 90% health. Like that's as good as it's gonna get." And I'm like, "No, that checks out." And he's like, "You're just gonna be tired all the time." I'm like, "That's already happening."
I will say, I'm
like,
feeling less tired than I was when I was 29.
He stole.
Only because when I feel a struggle coming on, I go full throttle to avoid it. So I've like changed my diet. I've changed my like activity. Like I've been more active and stuff like that. So I'm not letting my age catch up to me. Whereas like last year, I felt like I was 30. Whereas this year I'm 30 and now I feel 29. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna pretend this is happening.
Well, why not? It could be because remember we walked on the pier while we were waiting for lunch?
Yeah.
And the pelicans.
And we had guys. If there was a mascot for our road trip, it would be a pelican.
There was a room called the Pelican.
There's a room called the Pelican at the lighthouse. And we're like, we're gonna come back and we're gonna stay in that room. I mean, it looked like it was like closed, and like they don't do that anymore because it was like very old. But I tell you,
we're only on like day 2 of our trip.
this is day 2. I think I want this one.
Okay,
Large scallops is what this one is called.
what did you have for lunch at Half Moon Bay?
Oh, I had.
She was so ready to go. I had clam chowder because you had that at Bubba Gum,
I had clam chowder at Bubba Gum.
but I had clam chowder at Half Moon Bay.
I have made. We took pictures of our food. I had ceviche. Is that what it's called?
Yes,
It's like the
You did.
seafood.
You did.
Like
that is true.
thing. It was really good. It was very big. It's definitely like a shareable thing. Where did we go? The Half Moon Bay Brewing Company or something like that. It was very good. I recommend it for you and your friends.
I love that we're making a scrapbook.
Me too. I'm really excited, and I like that we're making 2 so that we each have one.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, we could just make one together.
But then, like,
honestly,
who gets it?
Then we have to share it, and like we see
Struggles.
how well we keep up with that.
We've done pretty well up until like
The past 20 years.
But you know why though? It's because we've. So
Let's
I'll
talk
tell you
about
this. Let's talk about it because our books that we would like send to each other, we were very big on writing letters to each other. Like when we were taking French, we would write. We would actually
write in French.
We would actually put entries in here in French.
Yeah.
That's how like
practice,
we were
Lucy does.
pretty good. It was really good.
Monsieur Rudy would be very proud.
Yeah, Monsieur Rudy.
Oh, I love him. I hope he watches one
Oh
of
my
these.
gosh, he follows you on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're friends. No,
I should add him.
No, it took 10 years. He's gonna accept you.
Yeah.
He's gonna love all of your posts.
But yeah, so because like in high school, we spent like every moment of every day together, like all the time. Like we would have all the classes together, we would have breaks together, lunches together, and then school gets out at like 3. We would go to Starbucks or her house and stay there. I would stay and hang out till like 5.
Yeah.
Or if we weren't hanging out at her house or at Starbucks, we would be having rehearsals for our shows, which we were directing and writing and acting in each other's shows. So we were there, and so we were doing that. So then, but then when we got to be like in DVC and college and adults, and she was moving, like it was harder to like keep up with like messages and stuff like that. So like this was kind of our savior. But then up until recent years, we've gotten really good at texting each other a lot, calling each other a lot, FaceTiming and so like
this polo has been a wonderful.
It's been such a godsend. Shout out again to Tyler for having us.
Tyler, we miss you.
We do.
It's fine.
But we don't need this as much.
No.
But I love that we have it.
Me too. I'm gonna put no. I got stuck on the word. Does that ever happen to you? Do you ever get stuck on words?
Let me tell you about the words I got stuck on earlier. Remember Brewster and his tail wagging?
Oh,
what was
whale
it?
tagging.
I called it whale tagging. I was like, look at his whale
tagging. You said tag whaling.
And I said it in a couple different variations, and none of which were tail wagging.
And we had to pause and be like,
I had to be like, wait,
tail.
what am I looked at Kristin and I was like, what am I trying to say?
I knew what she meant.
And she also started saying, oh, you're trying to say this, and it still wasn't tail wagging. But then we eventually got there. That's all that matters. Oh, you got a boat?
There's a boat. I don't know what I'm trying to do.
You're good. You're so creative. Look at you.
I just like stickers.
Just tie that together. You got awesome stickers.
We have a plethora.
What does this say?
I was gonna put something down.
Time to travel.
I'd sure say it is.
I'd sure say.
Well, I was gonna put something there. I don't remember what it was. I had a very specific thought in my head, like, oh well, put this there. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, I was gonna put a drink because they have drink stickers.
They do. There was one I saw, and I was saving it for you. There was one. There was
there's 2 lighthouses.
There was a drink I saw. Pause, please.
Pause for drinks.
That one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Did you get a sticker?
I got a drink sticker.
Oh, you have a
I have a drink
okay,
sticker.
I was like, I don't want to take them.
No,
this is what I was looking for.
Perfect.
I was looking for a drink sticker. Guys, this is why she's my best friend.
I saved it for her.
She saved it for me. Okay, does this look good?
Yes. Also, do you like our headbands?
Also, do you like my Grinch sweater? I just got it.
I appreciate it.
I don't have 25 days of sweaters, but I have this one and I have a Snoopy one.
You know what that counts?
Because
that's our participant, your cameo, my 24th day of Christmas sweaters today.
I work for Snoopy sometimes. So I had to rep him for the holidays, but I got that one last year, and I think I wore that for Christmas last year, so I didn't want to wear it again. Because every year, speaking of traditions, bringing it back, every year my dad takes out his camera, his digital camera. The only time he uses it all year is to take a picture of me and my sister in front of the Christmas tree.
A digital camera?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Every year, that's like the one picture he takes. And spoiler alert, this year, for Christmas, I got him a digital picture frame so he can actually look at said pictures that he takes.
Oh, that's so perfect.
So, but I also like, because he takes them and it's going to be like, a log of like my sister and I growing up, and also like every
that's
year.
Really cute.
I'm like, I don't want to wear the same sweater and the same picture, so I have to be like, what's the newest clothes I have to wear for Christmas?
That's so cute. See,
so
nostalgia.
Nostalgia, guys.
Also, what does your dad call me?
Steph and I. He calls her Steph and I because in high school I would just call her Steph, and
which not a lot of people do.
No, I'm like the one, so don't do it.
There's like maybe one more.
Rude. But like anyway, so I would call her Steph, and then if we were making plans or we were gonna do something together, I'd be like, oh, so Steph and I, like Steph and I are gonna do
But
this.
she would say it so fast.
But like I talk fast, so I'd be like, "Oh, Steph and I are gonna do this," and he's like, "Steph and I," and it became like a thing. And so
I had no idea, by the way, all of high school. I didn't realize that until
I didn't know
this
that.
trip.
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Because then I got home, I drove up, and I stayed with my dad, and then the next day I left for the trip with Stephanie. And so I told him like what our plans were, and I was like, "Oh yeah, so Stephanie and I," because now I just call her Stephanie or best friend.
Best friend.
So I was explaining like what we're doing, and he's just like, "Steph and I, how is Steph and I?" And I'm like, "She's great, she's very great." Like
So funny.
we had a little talk, and he calls her Steph and I. And also, back in middle school, I called her Steffi because
I have very different variations of my name.
she's evolved in just my time with her. I called her Steffi because we were really big into Wicked, and it was like Elfie, and she was my Elfie,
And she was my Glinda.
and I was Glinda, and so
we would have concerts in your room.
We
would
would.
have Wicked shows.
and so I would call her Steffi, and my mom calls her Steffi, which annoys me for several reasons. One being that like it's my mom. Two being that nicknames are between the people. You can't just like invite yourself.
Just, like,
to
invite
use
yourself to
a
it?
nickname. You know what I mean? What are your opinions on nicknames? Please tell me. Am I being over dramatic with this?
No, I think it's. I agree. I mean, I agree. I think it's
Like
in
you
between
can't
the
give
person.
yourself a
No.
nickname. Like a nickname has to be given to you, and then it's between those people.
Yeah, like there's some people that have called me Steph. Just
And
Steph. It's like that's not a huge nickname. Like usually people named Stephanie
Go by
sometimes
Steph.
go by Steph. But like only people who really like are close to me call me Steph. And sometimes people that like barely know me will call me Steph, and I'm like, I feel like you don't know me like that.
I feel like you're wrong.
Yeah.
I wish I had another picture of this freaking lighthouse.
You know what? It's okay because you know what we're gonna do?
We're gonna cover it.
We're gonna cover it in lighthouse lighthouse stickers.
Also, speaking of lighthouses,
Where's my scissors?
there's one.
Okay.
My dad loves lighthouses, and my dad lives alone. He's kind of a loner, which is like fine for him. He's thriving, but he's old. And here's my dream for my dad that will never be realized. My dream for my dad is for him to be a lighthouse keeper. Because A, he loves lighthouses. B, he's already a loner and they live alone. C, he would have like a schedule of like, oh, at 6 o'clock I turn on the lights, and the rest of the day I can like go to the grocery store by myself and like watch movies and just like live my little life. And it would be like a wonderful time for him. And I Googled this.
This is an advertisement.
What's happening?
This is not a Christmas song.
Skip. No ads on Christmas. Thank you.
We're back on track.
But I looked it up back in the day because it's like my dad, like when he retires, is going to need something to do with all of his time. And I feel like turning on a lighthouse light and upkeeping it would be a wonderful time for him.
Were we supposed to put the Golden Gate Bridge somewhere?
I was going to put it on
Did I
this page.
absolutely miss it?
No, I was going to put it on this page
Okay.
because we drove over it and then
Yes.
got to the lighthouse.
Yes.
So do we have another one of these?
I don't know.
Diamonds? Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
Perfect. Oh wait, and then we have lighthouses.
Yeah.
We have sticky ones, and then we
Great.
have little ones.
Yeah, I got this little one. There's another one of
There's
these
another
ones.
little
There's
one.
another little
Oh,
one.
right there. I'll take that one.
Okay.
And
I'll
we
take
have
this one. Okay.
all the stuff.
Here we go.
Wonderful.
But
Friends.
the lighthouse was really cool. It was
The
a
lighthouse was really
That was my
cool.
favorite part of our trip because like we had so what was great about this trip is we had we had like
Oh,
set
this is my favorite Frosty the Snowman.
oh yeah. We had set goals of like where we're gonna be on which days.
Yeah.
And like a specific activity per day. But then the rest of the day was like explore and see where the world takes us.
So-
and the world took us to a lighthouse that day.
It did. So what I did, again, advertising, apparently we're like marketing me as a road trip planner.
Absolutely. That's your
Maybe that's my
maybe that's your name.
So what I wanted to do, because we didn't know how many days we were going to be able to get off work, or like how much money we would be able to spend. So, so I was like, okay, like these are the points we want to hit, and like however long it takes us to get from point A to point B, we'll have all that extra time, and then obviously we have like something to do in each place. Actually, Santa Barbara was literally just Santa Barbara. We're like, and then we'll be in Santa Barbara.
There was a lot of Santa Barbara stuff because, like, we were in for a shocking surprise in Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara
so
was
amazing. Like,
was
I want
such
to go again.
a surprise. What did we say about Santa Barbara when we were driving?
Oh my God, we said something so like. What did we say?
I don't know. We kept
It was so
almost
special.
comparing Santa Barbara to a prostitute.
Oh yeah.
In that we got in late at night. We didn't know what we were in for, and then we woke up the next day. I don't know. She really made us
like we weren't ready.
We weren't ready for her in the morning, and it was honestly.
But she gave us a good time.
She gave us a good time.
Yeah.
We were very grateful for that woman. I don't know. I'm sure it's on our Instagram somewhere.
Yeah. No, but
just put it in the middle. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santa Barbara was she was a one-night stand that we.
She was. No,
really
that was
enjoyed.
it. That was it too, because we were only there one night. Because all.
I
of our
remember
places
us driving
like
in,
one
and
night.
I think that you posted Santa Barbara were in you, and then like the next day we were just like, what did we wake up to?
Yeah.
This is a surprise, but it was a good surprise.
Yeah, because also our Airbnb in Santa Barbara was.
Oh my God, it was like a freaking dollhouse.
It was a dollhouse, and the most
They made
adorable.
a binder.
The most adorable, like married couple. What were their names?
Oh my God. No, Keith and Amy. Tom and Amy.
Tom.
Keith and I don't know.
It was the
gay couple.
It was the gay couple.
And they had their dog.
Tom and Ed.
Ed.
Was it Tom and Ed?
Okay, I remember there being a Keith. I remember there being a Tom, and I remember Amy. Was there Ed? Ed.
I don't know.
And like I forget their dog. Sadie.
Maybe.
Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere on the internet.
It's somewhere.
But it was, oh my God, they made a binder
adorable.
for us.
And it was called The Carriage or whatever.
Oh, we have
and
a
there's
picture.
like they had a little key. It felt like a dollhouse / fairy tale.
It was, and
That's
the
what they had.
binder had like restaurant recommendations.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Sightseeing.
And it was so cute. And it was so homey.
It was so
and
nice.
They had a beautiful little courtyard that you can like relax in, which we didn't really have time for because we were like always on the move.
Yeah.
But like if you're ever in Santa Barbara, that Airbnb, Tom and Ed, I think it's Tom and Ed.
I want to say that sounds familiar. Maybe it was Keith and Amy.
Keith and Amy, Tom and Ed.
Tom and Ed.
So stay at Tom and Ed's because 10 out of 10.
I was looking for this. I had set it right here
So it
for
tricked
myself,
you.
and I was over here
you.
like, where'd it go?
I wonder if I should put a vote.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yes.
Best friend, we're so freaking cute.
You're so cute.
Speaking of Airbnbs, have any of our potential friends online have any fun or not fun stories about staying at Airbnbs? Also, have you seen that commercial for Airbnb where it's like these three monsters go in and they stay at a place and they have a wonderful time and they leave and they're like not monsters anymore and they're like, strangers aren't bad, Airbnb. And I was like, oh.
I don't think that would like sign me up.
And I was like, we're just gonna let random people into my home?
I'm not sure.
But granted, we stayed at people's random homes and we had a wonderful time.
There's another advertisement.
Why are they doing this to us? We did not ask for this. Ooh, this one has birds. Did you get birds?
Birds?
There's a bird.
I don't get a bird, but that's okay. Because you really like the pelican.
Oh my God, the pelicans were our mascot, Stephanie.
We were. Rudolph. It's the Rudolph song. kids
Someone
love
texted me.
Rudolph. My preschool kids, they
Tyler!
love Rudolph. Did he talk to us?
Yay.
No, he didn't talk to me.
Oh, he sent a picture.
Oh.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with the dogs.
Oh, I see it. There's
My
two
mom
of
texted
them.
me.
There's 2 dogs. Is that Jordy's dog?
It must be. Remember all these wonderful people? I'm gonna put this Golden State sticker there. That sounds fun. Where'd you find Rooster? He's my puppy. He's sleeping. I'm not gonna pick him up. He's gonna get sad.
The Brewster boy. He was sleeping a lot today. He was so tired.
I'll put starfish. Did you put a boat?
I put a boat.
Where's the boat?
Huh. Oh, it's over right here.
Oh, see, I saw that. I was like, oh, if you put a boat, I'll put a boat.
I didn't put a boat because then I saw the road trip car and I was like, it was like a detour.
It was a detour.
So-
That's why I kind of want to find
A detour is that.
like something that's like.
What about up here? This might have something. This might that way fun.
Let's see.
Let's take a gander.
Let's take a gander.
Friends who are going to join us eventually online, I hope you're enjoying us.
Yeah.
If you're not,
You know what? I'm
So
gonna
sorry.
do this one. I'm gonna do scenic drive. That sounds fun.
how are you on your wine?
I'm almost done. Do you want to move on to our next one?
What's our next one?
Oh, we didn't plan.
Okay. Well, hold please.
Pause for something.
Pause for wine. Okay, let me see what we have. Well, we have the other Let's Sip wine that you got.
I feel like we have a bunch of stuff from Santa Barbara.
Why?
Oh, best friend. No, like random pictures and stuff. We have the Let's In postcard.
Oh,
We can
that's
add
right.
that. We can add that later.
You got it later.
Oh, this is our menu.
Okay.
We have Monterey map. The Santa Barbara, Monterey. I'm gonna use this postcard. Okay. But you can have the map if it
Okay.
fits.
That's fine. So we have the other Let's Sip wine. We have the woodwork one that Brittany brought over yesterday. That was good.
Do you want to do that one again? Or do you want to
We can
do
this one
Do you
again?
want to try Lenson? I wish we had people to vote. Sorry.
Just like put that out there.
I'm not trying to be rude. I feel like we're really fun and people enjoy us. And I'm honestly sad that no one's watching.
But it's also Christmas Eve.
It's also Christmas Eve, so I totally understand that people are with their families, but I hope that they come back
And watch us.
and watch us and comment because we will read the comments even if we're not live. Like we're still
We're still
around.
Do you want to do the Let's In one?
Sure. We did like Ledson.
We did like Let's In.
Here's my puppy. He's awake now, so I can show you. He's been sitting on my lap making me fall asleep. If you can hear that, that's the sound of
Should I
corks
film
being
myself
twisted.
trying to get this open? I'm not the listen, friends.
Sorry, I did that. You know what's great about scrapbooks though is that you can add pages.
That's true. That's accurate. I'm not the best at opening wine, but I have to
Wine
say,
is difficult,
let me tell you,
to be fair.
this one's squeaky.
It's squeaky. Wait. Is this?
Almost there. Hold on. No one look at me.
Don't look at her.
You cover my face with all the wine. Okay. I'm doing it. Oh!
Ooh! What? Look at that!
Oh,
my
it's
God,
still
it's
sweet. Who's baby?
Trudy's baby.
Oh, the baby. But it's a puppy, but the baby.
I'm just gonna-
Ah, this is so squeaky. Bet you didn't think you were getting into the ASMR channel, did you?
Hey, if squeaky noises trigger your ASMR, you're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have ASMR?
It's still going.
You're welcome. Do you have ASMR? It's a thing where like certain sounds.
Well, yeah, no,
or whatever
I know what ASMR
trigger
is.
like a.
Oh, like do I have like a sound that I like?
No, like it triggers like in your head like a
what?
like a comforting feel, like full body
Oh.
feeling. People think it's very sexual. I was listening to that podcast I listened to.
Okay.
They were talking about it because people like the way you describe it sounds sexual, but it's not.
Okay.
It's just like a
It
full
just
body
calms
like
you?
calming, like comfort, like tingling.
A sound that
certain
I find
sounds.
okay.
So,
So
so not everybody has ASMR.
Okay. I mean, I like.
But if there's something like,
I've seen ASMR videos and I find them intriguing.
does it like put you to sleep or like?
No,
calm you? Okay,
I don't.
So maybe
I
you don't have it.
I don't watch them
I
to
don't
go to
have
sleep.
I
But
don't
I
have
mean,
it.
I like.
But there are things like it's like I like watching people draw. You're just like in the zone. I don't think that's ASMR, but like for me, it's like
A
that's
visual
the
thing.
closest thing I can think of for me. Or like having someone play with your hair is something they give an example of. Like that feeling is like comforting.
Yeah.
And so I don't have it. I don't know what they're talking about, but they were talking. There was like a whole episode of this podcast that they were talking about it because one of the co-hosts has it, and she was like, "Yeah, you find like videos of people doing like manicures, and they're like very like detailed work, and they're explaining what they're doing in a very soft voice, and it triggers it." And I was like,
Oh, I don't know if I've like. I mean, I've seen ASMR videos.
"Okay,"
and I like
I
them.
have not. I don't get it. But I also know I don't have it because based on what they were describing, I'm like, I feel like I would have found out by now if something was like creating some sort of response in my brain.
Yeah, I don't know if it like does anything to me, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have it.
maybe I don't have
Not
it.
everybody has it.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. We're all different for reasons.
Okay, so friends, just so you know, I opened up the Let's In bottles with the Let's In Winery wine opener,
Monterey.
pink edition.
We
'Cause
bought
they
that at the wine.
Didn't have purple.
They didn't have purple. Yeah,
In
the other one
case
was like
you didn't know, I'm a
black
purple
or
person.
whatever, and I was like, we're not.
Okay, so which one was this? Because I ripped off the label. I
That was
took the label.
That
I
was
took the label.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Carneros.
Carneros.
Valerie's
also-
Vineyard.
When we got the rosé the day we were there, it also said Pinot Noir, but it was a different like region.
Yeah, like this is a red.
This is a full red. Oh, my lips.
Okay.
And hair in my mouth.
Okay, also, I don't know what the proper wine pour is.
I don't either.
Tell me when to stop.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because you know I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
we're
trying.
not heavy
We're
wine
not-
drinkers.
We're not.
And it's
really
9
red
o'clock.
people.
And we're not red people.
Thank you. That's right.
Cheers. What do we think?
Um,
Was this on our list? Or is it something that we haven't tried from them yet? Where's the menu?
oh, the menu's right there.
Okay, so on the menu, which one did we do?
We did the. Oh my god. That is. Oh, that's actually.
No, Brewster.
It came on strong, but now it tastes like other things. We did.
That is robust. Would that be the word to describe it?
We did this one.
This one? The bottom one?
I don't know, but this is the page that we did.
Oh. Oh, we did the classic selection. The Russian
Yeah,
River
we just
Valley,
did-
Valley 7. Oh, Zinfandel Merlot. Oh, so we didn't have this one.
We didn't have this one. Which
We
one was
didn't.
this?
Well, I don't know. This one
Pinot
was
Noir.
Pinot Noir, but that's not on this list.
This is
He
Zinfandel
gave
White.
us. Did he give us 2 extras?
Well, there was the one he gave us just like as a starter, and then we got onto the menu, and then he gave us the V. Maybe the rosé was the starter.
Could be.
Oh, so we didn't try this one. Okay. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So we got the lighthouse. What's happening in the lighthouse?
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Am I changing this?
Sure. Because I have my page. This is the page that I wanted to make.
Okay.
Because
I think I'll put. What happened?
I flipped it out of its little holders.
Oh dear. Because I could always put this here.
Well, that's cute.
Wait a minute. What postcard do you have? Does it open?
No.
Oh.
It's just.
Was there a floppy one?
Probably not.
I had an idea.
What was your idea?
That, like, whatever postcard you put in yours, I'll write a message to you.
Oh, that's cute.
And then, like, whatever postcard I have, you write a message to me.
That's cute.
But you have a floppy one.
You know what we could do? I remember my yarn idea. I don't know if you guys can.
Or you can pull punches in this.
You can put punches and then sew it in, or not sew it, but like stitch it into the page and then flip.
Okay, so can we write a message to each other? Not now, but like, okay. We're really good at writing messages to each other.
We love sending notes to each other.
Like, we used to, not only did we do the composition books, but like we also, because she would go away during the summers a lot in high school to visit your cousins a lot on the East Coast.
Yeah, I spent.
And it made me so sad.
I spent a summer in New Hampshire with my cousins.
And it made me so sad.
We wrote literal letters to each other.
Letters.
And I have a box of them.
I have a box of them. I have a box of them too. I still have them. And you would decorate them.
Yeah.
Like,
we would like draw pictures on them to the point where we don't know if the post office was like.
But we got them.
A problem with them.
Yeah.
We're like, are we allowed to put stuff on this part of the envelope?
But we got them.
We found out.
Wait, hold on. My mother should have been watching.
Do you want
Do I want snacks? I do want snacks.
It's
Oh, you know what? My mom is probably sleeping. It's too late.
Yeah, it's after 7:30. She mentioned this last night. She
did?
Yeah, she stayed at the party until like probably 9 or I don't know how long
she did. She stayed
a long time, and then like she's like, it's past my bedtime, and then someone was like, yeah, it's after 7, and I was like, it's well after 7.
Yeah, she does settle down after 7.
And she's like, 7:30 is like, I tap out.
Yeah, when I call her at 8 o'clock, she'll answer the phone and go, hello. I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, okay, bye.
Fair.
But she wanted to watch this, but I'll send her a link after.
Okay.
Snacks.
Snacks.
I did it too.
I almost lost my antlers.
I have Doritos.
We have Doritos.
I have peanut butter bark. I have chocolate cake.
Cake?
Oh, the chips and the dip.
That sounds like a hassle.
It's a lot of work.
We can just like.
This is not Christmas.
This is not Christmas.
This is Seasons of Love. For Brent.
I mean, it takes place at Christmas, New Year's. Ew. It's a sing-along.
Why is it? But there's ornaments on it.
There's ornaments on it.
It thinks it's Christmas. Do you remember when Rent was like such a big deal in high school?
Oh my god.
It was a big deal in high school.
Guys, okay, I'm gonna test this out on you.
I'm gonna get snacks.
My boyfriend's gonna, if he watches this, he's gonna get mad. But,
I thought he was gonna watch it.
I know, he asked me. He's probably doing family stuff. I don't blame him.
It's Christmas Eve.
He sees his family once a year. Like, spend time with your family.
What do you want? Do you want the chocolate cake or the peanut butter bar?
Oh, chocolate cake.
More chocolate cake. Do you want whipped cream with it?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Do you want chocolate? Do you want whipped cream?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you this joke because my boyfriend has done some stand-up and he like writes jokes and wants to do stand-up. So one of his jokes, and I'm gonna tell it wrong.
I've never heard him. I didn't know he wanted to be funny.
Oh no, he's hilarious.
No, I mean like I get that he's hilarious,
No,
but
yeah,
because you sent me a very serious show that he wrote.
Yeah, he writes some stuff, but he used to do like open mic nights and stuff and do stand-up, and he's trying to. I mean, obviously with COVID, there's nothing to do. But one of his jokes is paying rent sucks, but paying to see Rent sucks 525,600 times more.
Oh, okay.
So tell me what you think of that, because it's clearly for a very niche group of theater lovers who hate Rent. So tell me your opinion.
I like Rent. I mean,
I know people like Rent. It stands up. Like I'm kind of over it. Like I feel like it had its
I'm
moment.
not like
I feel
obsessed
like-
with it. I enjoy it, and I
Yeah.
think I'm not gonna say it's a bad musical. I think it was very well written.
Yeah, I
I'm not
feel
gonna
like
discredit it.
it's a good show. I feel like at this point, it's like very overrated.
There's big size. Okay.
So anyway, that's a joke that he wrote. He's a funny
Oh
guy.
my I'm so sorry. Here you go. This is Rent. You're so welcome. Brewster, can I share
Are you
my seat with
eating?
you?
He's eating scraps of pictures that were cut. He's
No,
just
no.
like, paper.
No, Brewster,
I'm
no.
gonna wash my hands because I've been all over the floor and I want some Doritos.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think about the Doritos.
It's okay. You got cake and then Doritos.
I'll have cake and then I'll get up and wash my hands.
It didn't.
What were you saying about? It's still playing Rent. Hold on. I need to fix this.
What? The red wine is supposed to go with this chocolate.
I planned that,
Obviously.
obviously. Well, the song's almost over, so we'll just see what happens after. There's paper towels right
Okay.
there.
I was like, what am I doing? Oh, I like this little holder you have.
Yeah,
Very cute.
yeah. It goes with my Europe winery theme I have going in
Like-
my kitchen. I really love Europe, and I've never been there.
Same.
Okay, this is another advertisement. This is what I get for going on YouTube. Okay, we're on YouTube right now, though.
We're on YouTube, so you know.
Never mind, I love YouTube.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What is this? I think we're back in Christmas.
Christmas?
It sounds Christmassy. This is the Kelly Clarkson song, but it's an instrumental one. It's the Underneath My Tree song.
On Christmas Day. Oh, this song, if you remember, shows that I play firework.
Okay.
I know the song.
So we have cake.
We have cake now. It's really good. Pause for cake.
Pause for cake.
I can't sit down because I have a dog. And as we know, dogs and chocolate are
Not a good thing.
I would say not a good match, but a
Get out of the Doritos.
mix. Sir, you can't have any of this. If you're hungry, once again, there's still food in your bowl. Okay, I'm gonna pour some on your ground just because that might be the only way he eats it.
Oh, really? Oh, who's particular? There he goes. Oh, but then he went to the bowl.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get him started. He's like, oh, this is food.
What a particular little man.
I have to hand feed him.
Oh, man.
And then after like a couple handfuls, he's like, oh, there's food in the bowl. And I'm like, I told you there's food in the bowl.
What does your sister say about that?
I actually haven't asked her about that.
Because her sister's a dog trainer.
My sister's a dog trainer. I'll ask her when I see her tomorrow. Like, hey, sometimes my dog just refuses to eat out of the bowl. What's up with that? Dogs be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to cake is really good.
Thank you so much. It's my grandma's recipe.
Oh my gosh.
Chocolate chip bundt cake. My mom used to, like back in the day, she used to make this, and like my sister and I would make the sugar cookies,
Yeah.
and then my mom would make fudge, and she would not let my sister and I make fudge. Like she would not let us help. She was very particular. Like she let us help with the cake and the cookies, not the fudge.
Fudge is tricky.
Fudge is tricky, and she Well, she has a traumatic story about it because when she was little, her and her cousin decided to make fudge in the middle of the night.
Oh God.
And they made it in the microwave or something like that.
Oh,
And it
God.
was just bad results. And ever since, she's learned how to make the correct fudge, and she will never let anybody else do it but herself.
That's understandable.
But she would make fudge and the chocolate chip cake, and we would make cookies, and then we would make hot cocoa and watch A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve.
And that's your tradition.
Mm-hmm.
And your canned ham.
Oh man, can I tell you? So sad.
Tell them.
I'm sorry, but I'm a canned ham lover. I love canned ham. You know, and there's like a shortage this year, obviously, because shipping everywhere. There's like a shortage because of the boats.
Yeah.
So like Safeway was like, yeah, we ordered them, and they might get here, they might not, and we've like checked every week, and they weren't there, and so there's no canned ham this Christmas. So we got like a regular ham.
Just not tradition.
It's just not the same. It's different, but it's ham.
Oh, this was another
We'll make it
detour we had.
Oh, the seals.
The elephant seals. This was Monterey. I'm just trying to separate them.
It sounded like a leaded song. No, it's not. Yeah, what's after the lighthouse? Is it Monterey?
Monterey. We would have gotten to our Airbnb, and then the next day was kayaking.
Airbnb. I had a this
We
was
have
our
the-
Airbnb in Monterey,
That
right?
picture, yeah.
This one. Was this one in Monterey too? Okay, so Monterey kayaks, otters. Oh my!
Remember your scissor last night? Playing scissors.
I bought it.
I was like, that sounds right.
Kayaks. Oh wait, I have two of these. Do you have one of these pictures?
Which one? Oh yeah, I have.
Oh wait, no,
this.
you have this. Oh, see, I just have so many
these.
ocean. Yeah, I have those. We were so determined to see water on this trip that we saw water everywhere, and now we can't decipher which
And now
water
we don't know
saw.
which one.
Like
is
which one
where.
belongs where on the coast.
I do know that picture with the rock.
This one?
No.
No, this one. No. Oh. You have another one?
Hang on. We have a
This
lot.
one?
Yes. That one picture with the rock, we have 4. That was oh my god.
Seals were after Monterey.
That was here. We stopped.
Seals.
We pulled over randomly.
Seals.
No, the rock. The
Rock.
water.
Rock.
You just had
I did.
that one. That one was between Monterey and Santa Barbara.
Got it.
Because remember we pulled over.
Because
We
this
were like-
is Santa
We
Barbara.
were driving down Highway 1, which follows the coast, and then I was like, "I'm sorry, it's so beautiful. We need a selfie." And I literally
It
just
was
like
so
pulled
beautiful.
over on the side of
tell
the
you,
road. I was like,
like,
"Take a bunch of pictures.
Here's the take a picture.
Picture."
That's a Legally Blonde, the musical reference.
If you don't get that, then hang up now.
then you're not a musical theater
Where's
lover.
Dolphin?
Oh, he would know. He would know that one. So wait a minute. The Santa Barbara. Did we see our friend in San Luis Obispo before Santa Barbara? We had to have, because San Luis Obispo is before Santa Barbara. So I have a picture of that restaurant
Yeah,
though, because it had the flamingos. It had the flamingo
Yeah, the bathroom.
bathroom. I just had it.
This was in Santa Barbara. We have so many pictures from Santa
What
Barbara.
is this
I'm telling
one?
you, it's a magical place. I don't know.
Because
Oh, you know what? Wait, I was gonna look at yours. I have one of them.
these were the paragliders or whatever they were.
Oh, we have stickers of that.
Do you remember? There's so many of them. But what I was going to say about the coast is it's such a beautiful drive, but it's also a terrifying drive.
It's terrifying. Oh my God, you guys.
Like, you just gotta, like, Kristen's a fantastic driver.
I want to say this was like around the seals. You guys remember, like, it was like pretty flat.
Yes, so
We were pretty, like, right off the water.
I'll keep this with
I'll
the
show
seals
this.
then.
Oh my God, I keep going the opposite.
Put your hand behind.
Because it was like, if you pulled over, you were like on the water.
Yeah.
Whereas everywhere else, it was a cliff.
Dude, once we get to like Santa Barbara, we'll really know where these pictures belong.
Oh, I know. We took so many pictures in Santa
But
Barbara.
up until then, like Monterey, San Luis Obispo, Half of
Well,
like,
Monterey
they're all water.
Yeah, and Monterey, like, honestly might be mostly on the
Okay, so Monterey was
disposable
all
camera.
kayaks, right? Kayak,
And then
bubba
the
gun,
Sharky.
shark, kayak. This, or no?
I put that one in Half Moon Bay because I couldn't remember, but I think that might be Monterey.
Oh, that's right. Okay. This one?
I don't know where that one is.
I'll put this where we have the seals.
Oh, this one is seals.
And then our friend, we did meet an otter. Okay, so let's talk about Monterey.
Yeah.
So Monterey was great because
I was like, where's my otter picture? It's right here, Stephanie.
right in front of your face.
These are my Monterey pictures. Well, these are after Monterey, but
So Monterey, so we had so the goal of Monterey was to
to kayak with otters.
kayak with otters. However, turns out
Kayaking is terrifying.
kayaking is pretty terrifying in the ocean.
Yeah.
So like I had been kayaking before, but it was in San Diego in a resort in a like closed resort lake.
Yeah.
So it was summer and it was, in Southern California. So and it wasn't the ocean. I didn't realize that when Kristen was like, let's go kayaking. I go, great, I'm an expert. I've done it before. It's fantastic. I know exactly what I'm doing. Absolutely not, because when we went to this kayak place, it was really cool, really great. However, we're in the East Bay, right? Still in the East Bay.
No, get away.
No.
I was like, where'd my dog go?
Monterey is still East Bay, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's like South
It's like
Bay,
still,
maybe.
yeah. But it's like colder than, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this. It's colder than Southern California water.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ocean was very cold. It was very foggy that day. The waves were at an all-time high, and we were kayaking in like one of the first slots at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah. Well,
And
because they said that like later in the day the waves
gets
picked
worse.
up.
It gets
so I
worse.
was like, oh, we should go first thing in the morning.
Right. And so we
And then
did,
we can go on
and
our
we're
way.
so excited, and we get there, and they're like, oh, so you're gonna need life jackets, and here's like a whole safety training that you have to go through. And in my mind, I'm like, I never did any of this when I was in the resort in San Diego. And then it all came to me, oh yeah, I was on a lake, not an ocean.
Yeah.
I was in Southern California, not in Monterey. So I was not prepared as I thought I was. And Kristen's never been kayaking at all, so she
And I
also
was just
wasn't
like,
prepared.
this is gonna be fine.
So we also brought a disposable waterproof camera to take pictures on the kayak, and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna take pictures because we're gonna be holding on for dear life, trying not to capsize, because they kept telling us we're gonna be capsized because there's seals
Who are very curious and will jump on your kayak and just tip it over and or break it.
and capsize you,
And we're
and then
like
you're just on your own.
in the middle of the ocean.
And then meanwhile, you have to bypass all these boats and not get in their way.
No.
And I don't know where in the way it would be because there's no, it's the ocean. It's not a street.
It was like,
There's
there's no way
there's
for
no
them
sign.
to like see a boat coming, like
What
be
is-
able to wait and then be able to pass fast
And we
enough
can't
before the next
control-
boat comes.
And we can't control the waves. Like
No,
the
they
waves
pushed us
will
all
push
over the
us faster than we can paddle. And if we paddle and panic too quickly, we'll capsize ourselves.
Yeah. They're like, you have to
So-
stay balanced and center.
Yeah. So we were freaking out, and all we wanted to do was
Sea otters.
see otters. And they told us that even if we got to the point where the otters were, which was very far
It was-
from our
they were
distance,
They're like, here's where we're starting.
Yeah.
Right around this corner, this like pier, is all the boats. So like past that. So further is like seals, where the seals hang out, and then past that is like the aquarium, and then on the edge of the aquarium is where the otters hang out.
Right.
And also you have to be back from there.
Listen, we couldn't even make it to the boats.
And we were like, I'm sorry, we will not be able to pass
We couldn't.
boat traffic.
We really couldn't. It was too much.
For sure. What are you doing?
He's just living his best life on the couch there.
He's rearranging furniture.
Yeah, he's okay. So we didn't get to see otters through the kayak,
No.
but let's talk about the kayak because so we made our safe
Oh my
rounds.
gosh, remember our landing?
That's exactly what I'm getting to.
Okay, go.
So we're playing it safe. We're like, she's checking in on me, going, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm okay. How you doing?" "I'm okay, but let's not go any further." And so we just like kind of circle around, and then we finally, we're like, you know what? We've done our kayaking journey. Let's just make our way back to the beach. So we make our way back to the beach, and we see a few pelicans along, and make some friends with some pelicans
They
because
were guiding us.
they came pretty close to us, and then.
At
We
one
got-
point, we were like, let's just let the waves.
Yeah, let's let the
Like, this is
waves,
pretty
because
peaceful,
the
just
waves
sitting
were taking
here.
us. They were taking us to the beach,
We're like, they will tell us when we're done.
and they sure
They
did
did.
because they took us and we were going, and then all of a sudden the wind was like, "Here,
We're like,
you're
"Get
at the
out."
beach," and they capsized us onto the sand, and we totally
like,
fell
We made
into
it.
the water,
We fell out of it.
and a man was
and then
witnessing the whole
It
thing.
fell, and then the next wave came, and then
And
pushed
the
us
paddle
down
went into the
on
ocean,
top of us.
and yes, the paddle went on top of us.
And then a
boat-
man was just like laughing at us.
He was
We're like,
laughing at
this
us.
is great.
We should have thrown him our disposable
Take a
camera.
picture!
Take a picture! Because, boy, was that a thing. He went that way.
I'm just like, where's my dog? Whenever he's not okay.
He
My
gets
dog,
into trouble. Shenanigans.
my dog is like a Velcro dog. He just wants to be like where the action is all the time. And so if he's ever like not in the same room as me, it's usually because he got something he's not supposed to and he's hiding. So if I can't see him or hear him, I'm just like, where is he?
Right.
Because usually he's eating something wrong.
He's right here.
Here he is. You're just sniffing around.
There's a buddy. He's a mister.
Oh, and
Oh,
Stephanie.
and Stephanie is here. You're the mister.
And my baby.
That handsome boy. Oh, no, yeah. Pause for pets.
Pause for pets.
Pets. Pause
I
for
put up the
pets.
banners, but
But we're over here.
we're over here. My hands are full. You get it.
You get it. Pause for pets. Pause for pets. So anyway, so that's our kayaking adventure.
But because we didn't do the full, like however many hours you're allowed to be out there,
We had extra time.
we had extra time, and we went to have lunch at Bubble Gumps,
Oh,
and we sat like, I mean, the whole place is like a window on the water.
so fun.
So we sat by the water, and we actually saw, it was like literally right where the otters hang out, so we saw right out the window.
We were probably closer to the otter at
Then
Bubba
we
Gumps
would've
than we
been
would have been on the kayaks.
allowed to be, because you have
Yeah,
to
because
keep
you have to
your
keep your
distance on the kayaks. So
There's so many rules. I wasn't expecting so many
there were
rules.
so many rules.
But like, it makes sense.
Which is good. Like, I mean, rules are there for your protection and for the animal's protection. So, like, I'm all for that. But it was very overwhelming.
I was overwhelmed.
And then, also, when we went to the bathroom to change, they were like, go change into your wetsuits in the bathroom. And we're like,
Yeah,
okay.
we
They had a
to change
poster in the bathroom of, like, marine life, like, in each month or season. And we were going in, like, August.
right?
And it was, like, June through September, sharks.
Sharks.
And I was like, oh,
You just don't know what's under that water.
you don't know.
You
And
don't
you want
know.
us to go out well past
No one's
standing
watching us.
area. No one's out there to make sure we're okay. They're just like, go. So that was scary. But then we did have lunch, and we were able to actually see the otters. And we're like, honestly, if we had gone out there, we probably wouldn't have even been able to see them. Because there was only like a couple that were like out that we could only really see from being
Right.
up, like right up there.
Yeah, so we found this otter friend. Here he is.
Yeah, show them the otter front.
He's right there. See the arrow?
Yeah.
That's our otter friend. Trust me, you can see him way better in person than you did in this photo. But it was an adventure, and I think we conquered it.
We conquered everything on that trip. We had a wonderful time.
We had a wonderful time. And we got to explore Monterey. Like, we got to go near the aquarium and, like, go through the shops there and get some souvenirs for our friends.
We did. I got some earrings for my sister, and then remembered that she can't wear earrings because she has gauges in her ears. I was convinced that she has multiple piercings. I was wrong. So that's what I learned after our trip, was that my sister.
This is the Kelly Clarkson one with the lyrics that we were singing the instrument to.
I didn't know this was Kelly Clarkson. I'm gonna listen to it. I had a question for our friends, and I lost it. Oh, we've been here for 2.5 hours. How was everyone feeling?
Oh gosh.
I don't know
That's
to
what
do.
happens to us. We go on tangents. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to say. I have 3 pictures that I'm trying to fit on a page.
See, this one I feel like could be like a before and after.
Oh, because we have to make room for the ones that are on the disposable camera. Did we tell our friends about the disposable camera?
Oh, guys, I don't remember if we did, but in case we didn't. So we have this waterproof disposable camera because obviously we're going on water,
Obvious.
and we're not gonna like have our phones to take pictures, and obviously we want to document everything. So I got this disposable camera, and we took pictures, which was like our during and after of the kayaking.
Kayaks.
And I went to get it developed, and they told me it would be ready in a week. And then I went back in a week, and they were like, it usually takes 2 weeks. I don't know why they told you that. I'm like, well, that's what they told me, so where's my pictures? And they're like, well, you can call back in a couple days. And I was like, okay. Well, like, I'm leaving in a couple days. And then I called back, and they still don't have them. And they're like, oh, yeah, it just, like, takes a while. And I was like, okay, great. So, like, a bunch of pictures from our trip are just, like, not available. So now we're making these scrapbooks. And we're missing, like, I don't want to say half, but, like, we're missing, like, pretty important pictures.
I mean, like, the disposable cameras, like, I don't know how well they turned out, but, like, they were on the water, and I would have liked to see what they
I
looked
would have
like.
liked to see, because we took several on the water in case we messed up.
And we have no idea what they turned out like.
And
You
we
know,
have
back
no
in the
idea.
day before iPhones and selfies and stuff, like,
It's great. And then
you just
we
take
had
your
one,
chances.
we had a girl, we scared her on the beach
Oh,
to
because
take a picture after, because she was reading with her headphones on, and I just, like, came up to her with a paddle, and I was like, take a picture of us! I didn't do that. I just, I just walked up to her.
But she was very nice.
But she was very nice. And she took a picture, and that was like the right after we recovered
Yes.
picture. So that's like what we have. So we have a before picture, which is us like super excited, and then we have
Probably
no
a terrified
idea
picture.
what the
Probably a picture of us like smiling, but like in sheer terror.
Probably just like very disheveled best friends with paddles. Like, we kayaked, and we can't prove that to anyone. But I love telling that story because it's very us. The ending was very us.
The ending was very us. The fact that we got capsized at the end by the wind.
We were like, yeah, we can handle it. Like, it was
Like,
very,
we accomplished, we were like done with our journey. We're like, oh yeah, let
It
the
was
wind take us
very,
where we gotta
like,
go.
Lorelai and Rory. Like, if the Gilmore Girls had gone kayaking, they're like, yeah, if you
Yeah.
hear me roar in a kayak,
I am kayak, hear me roar.
I am kayaking New York. And so we like finished, and we're like,
I have to
yeah.
put that on here.
And then we like got to the end, and then the waves were just like, bye, and like flipped us out, and we were like, that makes sense. That makes sense. But we did it. We capsized lying. Lying?
How do you
Laughing.
spell kayak?
Yeah, kayak.
Okay. What is happening?
Hawaii.
Not now, YouTube. This is a live song. No. Can I just like redo a playlist? Just do a playlist. Okay. I am kayaking roar. I put it at the beginning because that's how we felt.
Yeah.
We
Okay, I
felt
left
like we were
room
ready.
for the after.
I did. Oh, I did too.
What did you put?
Oh, you put those. Oh, I did. But I'm also saving some for.
Yeah, I might need these later. I don't know. I don't remember what size or how big of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put this here.
So I did like before.
Yes.
After.
Okay. I'm saving that page for after. Okay, so then after we kayaked, we went to Monterey.
No, we were in Monterey.
I mean, we were in Monterey, but we like explored. We went to Bubba Gump's. Bubba Gump was first, right? And then we saw the sea otters.
Yeah, we saw otters. Wait. Otters. Sharky McSharkerson.
This is the pelican.
Oh, our pelican friend. I put that in Heaven Bay because I made
It's
it up.
okay.
Oh, shit.
We were still in all those places.
I turned around and I was like, oh, Doritos. Ah!
I ate it wrong.
When was that picture? That was probably at the camera.
Probably. Okay. Question for our viewers: have you ever eaten at Bubba Gump's? Because
It's wonderful.
it's wonderful, and I've only eaten before this. I had only eaten at the Bubba Gump's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because that's
I
like
think
the
me
closest
too.
one.
Oh no, there's one by Disneyland and there's one in Long Beach. So I think I've eaten at both of those.
Okay, I haven't eaten at any of those. I've only eaten at the one in San Francisco. So this was a treat to be in Monterey and eat at Bubba Gump's. And it's been so long.
Well, Bubba Gump's is a treat. Like every time I just feel like it's a special occasion.
10 out of 10. Run, Forest, run.
I love it.
I love it. Like that was always the place that like back in the day, my mom and like one of her coworkers would take my sister and I to San Francisco,
Nice.
and we would always go to Bubba Gump's for lunch. It was like a whole thing.
That's very nice. Good old Sharky McSharkerson. I don't mean to cut off half of your body, but I have to make room for Sharky McSharkerson. Yeah, Bubba Gump's always feels like that's when I feel like we would like go on field trips, and then like Bubba Gump's would be like where we ate, and so it was always like a very like special occasion.
Yeah.
And so I rarely, even though I have a couple near me, like I
It's
really
not
don't-
an everyday kind of restaurant.
I don't eat at Bubba Gump's like.
No, that's like you have to be on a special occasion.
Like I felt bad because I went to the aquarium once, and there's a Bubba Gump's right next door, and I was like, "Is this bad that I'm eating fish right next to the fish? Do they know?"
So
I got scared. Oh, where's our otter friend?
I have him here.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put the freaking kayaks on the kayak page. The friend. Oh, I have to go back.
Oh no.
Well, that's because I'm dealing with this.
Yeah.
I have other stuff going on.
You have a dog.
I have a puppy, and I have pictures, and I was eating Doritos. We're having a wonderful time.
We're having a wonderful time.
That was our catchphrase. BT-dubs.
Oh, that was wonderful. We were having a wonderful time the whole trip. There's no sea otter stickers. Not even in like the beach
I
ones.
tried to find some,
I know, I did too.
but I got
couldn't find any.
seals.
You did get a lot of seals. Excellent seal. You know, we should put a seal one where we have the kayaks because the seals were there too.
Seals were there. They were terrifying.
We should get like a really angry looking one.
I mean, I got a whole bunch of them.
I'll put one that looks scary because the scary seals were at Monterey.
They're like 800 pounds, and they're very curious. If they jump up on your kayak, you will die. They didn't say that, but that's what we heard.
It's exactly what we heard.
We were like, oh,
So we're gonna die.
You're just gonna let me out there like this?
In the world.
You're just gonna send me out to my death? All right.
With a 15-minute training.
You just pointed at a map and
Like
think
you
I
didn't even give us a test.
You don't even know if I was listening.
All I heard was I was gonna die.
Yeah, as soon as they were like, the seal will jump on, she's like,
Oh.
sorry, what? They were like, put on this life vest, and she's like, this is not a game.
It's not a game. Like I was literally baffled. I looked at her and I was like, Kristin, we are putting on life vests.
And I was
she's
like,
like, yeah. And I was like, no, you don't get
See,
it.
I didn't know because she told me she's been kayaking before, and I was just like, oh yeah,
Exactly.
like, this is all.
And we didn't put life vests on. I go, this is not
familiar.
what we
And
do.
then as soon as we got on the water, she's like, this is not what I have done. I am not okay. And I was like, great. Let's just see how we feel paddling.
It wasn't okay.
And we did some
We made it
laps.
though. We made it.
We had a good time.
We had a great time.
We had to get there, you know.
Yes.
Best friend, I'm kind of gross.
In the
Look
van.
at the seals. This one's like, what?
Boom.
I should probably drink more wine to justify my behavior.
Okay, so that's another topic though. So, do you?
Oh,
Now you get it. I was like, you don't get it?
they don't get it.
They don't get it. So we're
I
gonna
was
explore.
like, what are we talking
So like, Kristin and I are not heavy wine. We're just like not. We don't need wine to have a good time.
We really don't.
So in college, when we would go, when we would go to like college parties, which was like also rare. We're not partiers.
Here's the thing, like we would have like cast parties and stuff, but I feel like
Or,
I
like,
went
theater
to.
shows.
I feel like I did go to cast parties, but I also did like every show, so it felt like I went to a lot of parties. But I really only went to like the 5 a year for the shows that we did.
Yeah, so
Like, I'm
we're
not a
not
party
a
person.
We're not a party person. Like we never went to parties in high school.
No.
Like we were the theater kids that would go to Denny's after a show. Like that's what
Yeah,
we did.
like you've heard about that stereotype. It's
true. It's real.
true.
And you know what? If you're
Not
a
an
theater person,
exaggeration.
some of y'all are theater people and have not gone to a cast party at Denny's. And it shows.
At midnight,
Okay.
wearing fucking green ass makeup on your face because you just
You
played
did.
frog.
I did your makeup that show.
Yeah, we would sit in the bathroom.
It was terrible.
Oh my
I did
god,
a
it did
terrible.
not come off.
I did a terrible job. Just saying. Now that I know more about makeup,
Looking at any of our theater training,
we had none.
we had none.
We had none. Anyway, so long story long. My favorite. Yeah. Kristin and I, we're not partiers, we're not drinkers, like very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, backing up a little bit more. Oh, I didn't like that. Backing up a little bit more is in high school, because we spent literally every second of every day together,
Oh, right.
we could actually not function when the other person was absent.
That
Like,
was true.
like we had our own language, and so when the other one wasn't there to translate,
It was
nobody
very hard.
could
No one
understand what we were
understood.
saying. This is not an exaggeration. This is real life. But then,
It's not a drill.
like at DBC, we didn't have all the same classes and everything, so we did spend a lot of time apart. And then when we would get back together, it would be like craziness. And so we would see each other at these parties because it's like the only time in the semester or whatever when everyone like would be together. And so we'd see each other for the first time in like months, and we would just like explode with energy and like craziness. And people would, this is the point of the story.
Yeah.
People would be like, oh my God, you guys are cut off. And we're like, we haven't even had a drink.
I know.
This is just how we are with each other.
Yeah.
And people thought we were drunk all the time because that's just what apparently we look like.
Yeah.
And now we drink,
But, like,
and we're just
we're-
like, my do people say that?
But you know what? Like we just have a good time. We just know how to have a good time with or without alcohol.
Seriously. Cool. I'm really excited about this.
I think it's also really funny that we have a podcast that we call Friends Who Wine, and we don't really wine.
We don't really want, but that's the thing is, because we knew that we want. It's like we're sharing our wine nights with the world, but also we're kind of like experimenting with wine.
Yeah. Why did we start this podcast? Do you remember?
It's because on our road trip we had a lot of interesting conversations about things that you never talk about with like your best friends or your doctors or anything.
Yeah, there's still like, even though if you have your best friends, like there's still some things that sometimes you're just still not comfortable talking about, and but like you have a lot of questions about, or you're really
and you're just
insecure
like, I
about.
feel weird about this.
You're like,
but,
oh, this thing's
I don't want to bring
happening.
it up.
Yeah, like this thing's happening in like with my body, or this thing's happening in my relationship, or this thing's happening at work, and I don't know if anybody else is going through it, so I don't really want to say anything about it.
Right.
But then we started talking about it on our road trip,
and we're just like,
we're like, wait a minute,
we have all the same stuff.
we can
Why have we
definitely
never
talk
talked
about this
before?
Like we discovered, even though we have 17 years of friendship, there's still more to be
So much
discovered.
we don't
because
know.
We're still living, and we're still growing, and we're still getting old.
Yeah.
And we're having new experiences that we want to talk about, and
Yeah, so we kind of were like, let's see who else out there
needs that.
wants to talk about this stuff.
So here we are. What do you want to talk about, friends?
It would be nice if someone did. This one's gonna be way.
I mean, it is pretty daunting coming into like a 3-hour podcast.
I know, but I'm hoping that someone will watch it. I had one friend who watched it and was like, I want to be a guest on the show. But obviously we're not going to have like a random person on.
They're all out for the clout. Just
I know, they just want to ride out our tails.
Coattails. It's okay.
Does this happen to you guys? Internet? Do you like forget words in your old age? Like, I feel like I mix up things. I'm also bad at spelling nowadays, which I didn't used to be. I'm just like very forgetful. I'm just gonna put this here. I know these are like the same layout, but that's just what's happening.
It's okay.
It's where I'm at in my life.
Mine's all kind of different. I don't know.
No, I like it because you're like stacking them, and it's like very.
It's
very cute.
something. We're a few pages in now, friends.
Yeah, I feel like in a minute
We haven't given an update.
I'm gonna tap out.
Like maybe after Monterey.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish Monterey, and then I'm gonna be like, here's what my scrapbook looks like, and then maybe tomorrow we can like do Santa Barbara.
Yeah, because it's like late.
It's pretty late.
It's 9:50,
and we haven't even.
It's Christmas Eve. We gotta get ready for Santa.
We haven't even put out cookies for Santa.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I do have cookies.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have cookies and I have a Santa plate. Great. Don't worry.
I don't
It's a
want him
gingerbread
to
plate,
feel-
but
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah.
He's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Also, okay, let's talk about Santa for a second. Let's talk
Let's
about
talk
Santa.
about Santa.
Let's talk about the
Richard
jolly
Santa.
red man in the room. In the chimney.
The sleigh.
Jolly
The
red
North
man in the
Pole.
sleigh. Let's talk about the
He's
man in the sleigh.
everywhere.
Talk about the man with the bag. I love the man
Man
with
in
the
the
bag.
Bag.
That's my favorite Christmas song.
All right.
So
Here we are.
on theme. Okay, so tell me, Stephanie Person.
Oh. For me. Okay.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
That was such a loaded question.
Or
I don't know what to answer that.
how old were you
Oh man.
when someone ruined
I
Santa
know
for
the
you?
exact moment. I know the exact
Who
moment
and
I started.
when did they ruin Santa?
I don't think she knows this, but it was my mother.
No, my mother fully did it.
My mother did it, but also it's my fault though.
Okay,
I'll tell you why.
tell me. I feel like
I
we're gonna end up
was-
with the same story. But
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was like 8 years old, I think.
Oh, that's so young.
I could have been 10.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? I really don't remember my age. I was definitely between 8 and 10. But like, I was at that point where I was like too cool to believe in Santa, but like secretly I believed in Santa.
There's that age
where you're like, no, I don't believe in it, but like,
kids act like.
But then I'm at home and I'm like,
you're just like,
and I'm writing a letter to
right?
Santa, like I didn't do what I said.
Like he's coming, right? He knows where we live.
Yeah, so it's like between 8 and 10. But this specific year, I really wanted. I was a Barbie girl. Like I liked playing with my Barbies. Again, Mary Kate and Ashley, Spice Girls. Like I wanted all those Barbie dolls.
Barbie Dream House was the thing.
So okay.
Someone in my neighborhood threw away a full Barbie Dream House. And when you have like the community dumpsters and they just put large things next to the dumpster in case anyone else wants it. There was a full Barbie Dream House next to the dumpster, and I was like, I don't know who in their wrong mind thought that was okay. I am 29 years old.
Who in their wrong
I do not want this.
Exactly right.
But my childhood self is deeply offended because that was the gift that everyone wanted and never got. You never got it, but that kid had it. Someone had it and they threw it away.
So
I will never forgive them.
Well, speaking of Barbie Dream House, there was also this like Barbie Dream like bed for the dollhouse that had like a canopy, and I wanted it for my Barbie. So like a Barbie size, right? So it's like this big, right? So my mom,
I would know, what did she do?
She got like a life size like baby doll canopy. Like for like a baby. Like it's not what I wanted, but it was the Santa gift. Okay. So it's a canopy bed, and if it was a Barbie size, it would have been what I wanted. But it was like this tall and like this, where am I? Like this wide. Like it was big. It was not for a Barbie. It was for like a baby doll. Like American Girl doll kind of size. And it actually ended up working out because I had cats and they slept in it, and it was really cute. I would tuck them into the little bed. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is,
it's not what you want.
I went into her closet, one day to look for gifts, as you do. And I found it. I found the box, and I go, oh, that's not what I wanted, like in my head, right? Being a little brat.
Right.
And I'm like, well, maybe Santa will bring me the right one. Turns out
that gift was from Santa.
That gift was from Santa, and in that moment on Christmas morning, I opened that gift and I went, my mother is Santa Claus. Santa Claus doesn't exist, and it ruined Santa for me forever.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
It was.
My story is different. So my sister was really into spy stuff. Like back in the day when they had all those spy kits.
I was also into spy stuff. Harriet the Spy.
And Spy Kids was out.
Oh yeah.
So my sister was really big on that.
Utility belt, all that
stuff. I think like for her birthday or something, because her birthday is like in October, so it's like pretty close to Christmas. But she got this spy kit, and it had these like whatever a child's equivalent of a motion detector could be. And so we set up motion detectors in our like living room and stuff because we wanted to catch Santa, like children do.
Right.
And my mom, I think I was probably like 10 or whatever. My mom came out and she's like, Don't you just want to believe in the magic? Like she said something like, why do you have to spoil the magic or whatever? And I was like, what? And she's like, can you just pretend that it's real for one more year? And I was like, well, not anymore. You just told me, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that she said something like very specific to like Santa's not real. Like, why can't you just pretend?
Yeah.
But like, I was like young enough to have not fully known yet. And because my sister and I were like, oh, we're gonna do this thing. It's like obviously we would have fallen asleep. Obviously my dad or whoever could have just moved the motion detector, like, turned off the freaking sensor. Like, obviously there were ways around it. But I'm saying my mom like totally said something that ruined it. And I was like, oh my God, you literally just told me that Santa's not real. And up until this moment, I still believed that he was.
So sad.
And she just assumed that I had already figured out that he wasn't real. So she was just like, can't you just pretend?
No,
I was like, I wasn't.
quotes for the otter or the shark.
I think it's on these pages. I used to really like the little drummer boy, and then as I got older, I'm just like, a lot of these Christmas songs are about like Jesus, and I'm not really for that. Not that I'm like against Jesus. I just like don't really.
Well, we're not like super.
I'm not like really religious, so I don't really want to
Yeah.
like play into it.
Right.
People are like, what's your favorite Christmas song? I'm like, do you hear what I hear? It's about Jesus.
It's about Jesus.
I think it's just a beautiful song.
I mean, you can appreciate songs.
I don't have. Oh, what a day to be an otter.
What a day to be an otter! Oh, what a
Remember?
day to be an otter. Perfect.
And then all of our quotes about Santa Barbara was Santa Barbara's a magical place.
That it really is. Like, I want to go back.
Wait, what did you put for the otter?
I put just like some things.
Okay.
I put what a day to be an otter. And just like oceany beach things. This is a good start. It's a good start.
Oh wait. Amy, taxes. Oh, these
Amy
are
was-
for
Wait,
Oh my
where
God.
was Amy was Monterey?
Amy was Monterey, and then I have the parking pass. Do you have the parking pass?
Well, I have Amy.
Okay, then I'll put this there.
Okay, what's Amy?
Amy was our Airbnb.
So should I put it before kayaking?
Do you have the picture of the bed?
Oh yeah.
Because that could go with Amy.
Yeah, I have the picture of the bed.
Because that's
And then this one was also a picture of the Airbnb.
Rooster, what are you doing? Bubba's? Bubba's? Okay. What do you do, Bubba's? He's like, well, I'm waiting for you to love me. I do need to take him out, but he doesn't come out.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe we should say goodbye to our viewers.
I think I'm gonna, let me do a walkthrough of my
Let's
my
do a
scrapbook,
walkthrough.
And then,
Well, viewers,
this has been a pleasure, as
this has
always.
been a pleasure. We are so excited for Christmas.
I hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow.
Yes.
Whatever you
enjoy your holiday.
I hope that your family
Stay safe.
treats you well, be they blood or chosen,
Yes.
because that's important to have people in your corner, whoever they may be.
Whoever they
And if you have nobody in your corner, I'm in your corner, so come find me.
there we are.
Let me show you my scrapbook. Let me show you, because you were here for it. So let me
You
share
were
it
here
with
for
you.
it. Let's show you it.
Okay. So this is the first page that I messed up on. This is Ledson. I put some grapes in a little bottle of wine. And there's a sign that says Ledson Winery, like next exit. Very cute. Picture in the car, courtesy of Stephanie. And then this is what should have been the first page, is Romeo and Michelle pictures. Oh my god, I keep going backwards. Very cute, and it says BFF because we're best friends. And then, and then I have our pictures of drinking wine. I have some wine glasses here, and then I have our little picture at the winery. Our Romeo and Michelle picture at Ledson. Very cute, love it. 10 out of 10. And then our first hotel, our only hotel, first stop, was the Sandman. This is the first picture we took with the Polaroid where it didn't develop and Stephanie was blue. Very funny. This is the bed that she took that picture on. I cut out the creepy lamp. That's fine. And then I saved a spot for the hot tub picture. And then this is the fire pit picture where we had matching t-shirts. I have one that says, every blonde needs a brunette best friend. And Stephanie has one that says, every brunette needs a blonde best friend. Because
It's true.
it's true. Next day, I I have the classic duck. We saw it. We came back. We got a business card. This is us making duck faces in front of the duck. And it says, hashtag, no one doesn't like the duck. Because, sure, he's very classy. And then we went to Half Moon Bay.
Yes, we did. No, we didn't.
Sorry, in retrospect, would we have passed? No.
No.
I was like, would we have? I don't know how things work. We had lunch in Half Moon Bay. This is our table. These are the drinks we had. And then this is a beach scene that I'm pretending was Half Moon Bay because I don't know. Hello!
Hello.
I don't know who you are, but I'm grateful that you're here. Sorry, I don't know everyone's YouTube's name, so if I know you, I apologize. And then we crossed the Golden Gate Bridge, took a sticker, and this is the one picture of the lighthouse we have. It was Pigeon Point. Oh, I wanted to write that on here. It was Pigeon Point Lighthouse. It was very, very cute, very awesome. They had little rooms you could stay in. And then we went kayaking. This is the before picture. I wrote, I am kayaking, we roar. You can't see it because it's orange, but I know it's there. Safe spot for the after and the during. I didn't save room for all those. Anyways, it's fine. And then we met an otter. It was outside a store. It was a statue. And then a shark. And then we went to Bubba Gumps. And we saw a real otter. There's a real otter in it. And then store parking ticket because I kept everything.
Not like we didn't get a ticket.
No, I'm sorry. Parking permit. Parking pass.
Our parking pass.
Yeah, to get into the parking lot. And that's as far as we got tonight. Tomorrow.
We had such a long journey.
We had so much.
It took us almost 3 hours to get through half of our journey.
To get through 2 days, guys, of pictures. So we're doing the best we can. So tomorrow's gonna be like Santa Barbara, and then one day we'll get the disposable camera pictures.
Yeah.
And it'll be a wonderful time.
Continue. It'll be a wonderful time.
I have a pile of cut-ups.
I have a pile of cut-up things as well. We'll throw away.
Okay. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you all so much.
And
happy holidays.
I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I hope you stay safe with the weather wherever you are. Tell your families that I love them.
You guys are doing so great.
And hug your favorite people.
Hug your
and
favorite
tell them
people.
that you love them.
Tell them
So
that you love them. That's what matters.
That's all
a
we
wrap.
have tonight.
Woo!